What's up, Cloud Life? It's Overflow, Nexus, the channel of faith, trading, and wealth, giving you the latest and greatest updates on the financial markets. But today, we won't even be looking at the financial markets today. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about real life issues and problems. I'm gonna start doing that a lot more on this channel, addressing morals, values, things that are important because that's a part of wealth. And I'm gonna talk about and be addressing the modern day women, as y'all see in the title today. You could turn a 304 to a housewife, and it's real. It could be done, but there are things that have to be said. So I'm gonna talk about addressing women today. And another time, I'm going to be addressing what a man's supposed to be doing and all that, and what a man's not supposed to be doing in this society. But today, this is not going to be a live stream to bash women. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to more so help women understand the direction of what God would like and why things are a certain way. Because when we address certain things and it's not understood or miscommunicated, things get out of proportion and things lead to more destruction than anything else. But other than that, you guys, if this is your first time to this live stream or my channel, welcome. If you are a person that regularly comes to this channel to watch the live stream, what's up? Drop where your city, where you're watching, drop your city. Say what's up in the chat. I'll get with you. I'll say what's up back. I like to chat with my subscribers and people that support the channel. And even if you don't support the channel, say what's up. I still like to chat with you and get your thoughts as well on certain topics. People are too sensitive to talk about certain topics. If you are a sensitive person, I don't recommend watching me. I'm not. I understand situations. I don't want to come across like I don't care, because I do care, because these are topics that are on my mind. It's the things I like to discuss. However, I don't want to come across like I don't care. I want to make sure that things are said the way it needs to be said. I want to address certain topics. How you take it is based off you. If you have questions, ask questions. Because stuff like this, if there's no questions being asked, I'm assuming that you understand me. And now if you disagree with what I said, tell me why or where you disagree at, and we could go from there. Now y'all see I dressed up today. Usually I don't dress up. Usually I dress a little down, but today I wanted to dress up a little bit because it's a little different today. But I decided to dress up, so why not? But we have to understand the topics that people avoid, the sensitive topics that we avoid is based off our fear and not wanting to have backlash or not wanting to be labeled something that we aren't. And I think if we could get past that fear, then that's better for the majority of people. Having hard conversations, having conversations that are going to have people think, reflect, assess, and examine themselves, because that's what it's all about, being human, helping each other get better in all aspects, financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. These are things that we have to really think about in our life and really have to, concern ourselves with. We are supposed to help each other, lift each other up. If you don't want to be lifted up, that's on you. If you do want to be lifted up, perfect. Join the team. Help each other out. That's what it's all about. So today I'm going to be talking about some issues with modern day women and why, sometimes what the root issue, and this goes for both men and women. I'm going to address that as well. But it is one of those things where we like to point fingers at the opposite sex, say it's all your fault, it's all your fault. But that's not the case. It's not always one individual or one person's fault. It's a collection of both people's fault. Both sides are at fault. And so this is one thing that we need to address tonight. So one of the things I'm going to talk about, let me pull it up. Why people, and I have my list of things I'm going to be going through tonight, so bear with me. I'm going to talk real slow tonight, not going to go too fast, not going to speak to the point where no one's understanding. But it's going to be something that I do think the first part is going to reflect on both sides. Why people are affected the way they are, whether that's man or woman. And then also I'm going to address, because of these things, it leads and opens a domino effect into affecting other people's lives. So part of the reason why our life is the way it is because the choices we make are. And let me say this. Let me rephrase this so we can really understand what I'm saying here. The reason why a lot of people are the way they are is because they're a product of their choices. You're either a product of your choices, you're either a product of your environment, or you're a product of your friends and the people you associate yourself with. So you need to realize when you are a product of one of those three things, it's going to move you in the way, it's going to move your life in a way that's going to be fitting for who you are choosing to be. Because everything at the end of the day is a choice. We need to understand that the foundation of everything is always choice based. Now, some of the choices we make in our life could lead us down the wrong decision. All right, we all know this. We have made choices in our life that have affected us, as an individual, or our choices has affected us in somebody else. We know this, so we don't need to explain this. But I'm going to read this scripture, Proverbs 13:12. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So when you realize the choices that we make right there, your choices not only affect you, but your choices affect others around you as well. Whether that's a good choice or a bad choice, it affects somebody somewhere, somehow. So we need to understand that. So it may seem right to you because you may think you're self-righteous. You may think what you're doing is right. Whether it's something that's based off where you're from, whether that's based off your experience, whether that's based off how you were raised, your choices are determined by multifaceted things. So one of the big things, what dictates your choices is your experience. All right. So as a man or a woman, if you experience bad relationships, you're going to think negatively of the opposite gender. True or false? Anybody that has been in bad relationships, you're going to think, negatively towards the opposite gender. Now, you don't have to let that be a case because you control your thoughts. So you have to get to a point to where you're not basing all your decisions on your experiences, because you have to know that there are good people out there, whether you are not finding them or connecting with them or not. So to some degree, you have to take some accountability of what your decisions or choices are. All right. So that's one of the things. Bonjour, my friend from how you doing? I appreciate you, Santi Anouk. Appreciate you joining the stream. If you have anything that you want to chime in, feel free to chime in. Thank you for watching the stream tonight. I appreciate you. God bless you. Show you some love. So thank you for spending time tonight on the stream. Now, however, going back to what I was saying, another thing that we are a product of is our environment. All right, so I'm going to read this scripture and I'm going to elaborate on what I'm trying to say here. This is Numbers 35:34. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit. So where you live, do not defile the land that you live in. Wherein I dwell, which is the Lord, for I the Lord dwell among the children of Israel. So the Lord is going to dwell among his children, his people, the people that he's around. Now, if you live in a land, and this is what it talks about, to do not defile the land, all right? When you live in a certain area, say you live in a peaceful city, right? And there's people that move from another country, another state, or another city, right? And these people that come into this city that you live in, what's going to happen, their morals, their beliefs, and how their lifestyle is going to start molding the atmosphere or the environment of where they live. So pointing what I'm trying to say here, if drug dealers move into your city and they're not changing their drug dealer habits, or a murderer or a killer or whatever moves into your city, they're going to bring this type of atmosphere to your city, to your country, to your nation, or whatever. uh, I don't want to go this route, but this is another thing. You have to realize the LGBT XYZ community, their beliefs, their morals, the way they think, they bring what they have, right? And they use that and they push that in the land. So that mindset is going to be pushed into the land. So the environment starts to get molded. The environment starts to take shape based off the individuals in that area. So if you live in a country or a city, let's say a city, just to keep it simple, a city that has high violence, is going to be a violent environment. So some of the decisions we make or experiences that we have is based off our environment. The choices we make is based off our environment. All right. So we get an understanding today, right? This goes for both genders, because you could be around a certain type of environment and it starts to mold your mindset and mold how you think. This is why we are supposed to be transformed and renewed and have our mind changed through Christ. This is why another reason why society is the way it is, because the environments that we are in is not being being defiled by people that are not of God, and that's another reason why that's the way life is right now. There's a lot of things that are defiled. What I'm saying is going to tie into the other things that I'm saying later. So I'm just building the foundation of tonight for both men and women, but today we're addressing modern day women. All right. So going on to the next point that I want to make. And you could be a product of your circle, your friends, or the people you associate yourself with. All right. So if you're, let me read the scripture, then I'll explain. 1 Corinthians 15:33 through 34. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. So you could be around a lot of different type of people. Doesn't matter what type of people you're around, right? You could be around people that are drinkers. You're gonna be, when you associate yourself with drinkers, people that drink a lot. Most likely, if that's the only type of people that you're around, most likely, if you stay around that type of people, you're going to associate yourself being a drinker eventually. That's why if you don't have a strong foundation in yourself, knowing who you are, and you don't have any self-control, you will eventually be molded to that type of mindset and that type of environment. You will choose based off your environment, based off your friend selection, what type of person you are going to start to be molded into. This is why you have to pick your friends wisely. This is why you have to pick your environment wisely. This is why you have to have wisdom when you make choices. Our choices are based off our experiences, our friends that we select, and then also the environment that we're around. So this is the foundation I'm building tonight, because this is what the problem is with modern day women. And I will eventually talk about men on another stream, but I have to address this tonight because this is a big one. So women that are the biggest thing when it comes to women nowadays, when you look at it, it comes down to who are women looking at? They're looking at the Kim Kardashians, the Marilyn Monroes of past. They're looking at the women that have money, have influence, and they're molding themselves. Their minds are being molded to think this is what a woman is. This is what a woman should be like. And Kim Kardashian is a big example of what the so-called standard of a modern woman should be today. That's not a good standard to have. If a woman reads Proverbs 31, which I highly encourage any woman to do, I encourage men to read Proverbs 31 as well. But if you are looking in that sense, Kim Kardashian is now a Proverbs 31 woman. All right, just so to speak. Can she be one? Of course, she could be one. But is she one? No, not in any sense. But if you look at what the pinnacle of what a woman is supposed to be in today's society, they're going to put Kim Kardashian in the mix. They're going to put a Beyonce, a Cardi B, a Lizzo. a J Lo, all these women that don't have, a have the. So I don't want to come off a jerk to tonight. I want to come off correct and make sure that I'm not coming off judgmental. I want to say this: they don't bring the values of a godly woman. Is what I'm trying to say. Do they may have certain qualities, but the full package, no. What should be promoted in society, no. And I will start to break down the reasons why. So, like I said, I'm not trying to bash nobody tonight. I'm just being realistic, and y'all can speak in the chat if y'all want to and talk amongst yourselves, say what you think. Add on if you want to add on anything. But we're about to get into it. We're about to put on the glasses. We're entering the Matrix. Neo is now here. So y'all know what happens when I go into the zone. All right. One of the things I want to address about modern day women is modesty. I have 7 things I'm going to be touching tonight. But one of the things I'm going to touch on is modesty. Now, there's 2 types of modesty. There's how your appearance of modesty, which is what a lot of people, like to focus on. But there's also another type of modesty, which is your heart posture. How do you conduct yourself? What type of person are you? Do you have morals? Are you a person of value? Are you a person of standards? What type of morals do you have? What type of values do you have? How's your appearance? People don't understand that your appearance, to some degree, matters. It's not the end all, be all, tell all, but your appearance and how you conduct yourself does matter. If you look at Instagram, and y'all know, if you go to Instagram, you can find, if you go to like the search engine, you will find a lot of women that show their bodies that are not modest when it comes to their bodies, their appearance. Now, I don't want to say that. I'll say this. The way that a woman dresses, it does show you where she at is in her mind. Now, what contributes to that thinking? Is it the choices she makes? And I'll get into that. Is it the choice she makes to dress like that, to reveal parts of her body on the internet? Is it the environment that she's in, where she grew up? Is it the land that she's in, or is it her friends that she associates herself with? So let's say this. Let's say if it's the friends she associates herself with. Let's say if it's a stripper that has friends that's going to put themselves in a position of, let's say, how they exploit their bodies on the internet. Most strippers do exploit their bodies on the internet, or if they don't exploit their bodies, they dress very provocatively to have to gain or garner attention. All right. So, what is the reason? Is it attention based? Is it their choices? Is it their friends? What is it? We have to identify that. What is the root cause of lack of modesty when it comes to, women, modern day women on social media? If you look at it, OnlyFans is another reason. It's for money, attention, and I don't think they're doing it for fame, because I don't think you want to be famous for being a woman that's sexually known. That I don't think a woman really if a woman is really honest, I don't think a woman truly wants to be known for sexual exploitation, being sexually exploited. I really don't believe a woman truly wants to be known for that. That's a negative light. But can I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. But if we are to look at the vast majority, most women do not want to be known in that type of light, in a negative light that brings negative connotations to their who they are as a person, their character, so to speak. So they don't want to have a defamed character in that area. So you have to realize, what is it when it comes to modesty? Now, are they doing it to attract men? Now, let's be real. If guys are honest, and I expect guys to be honest tonight, fellas, if there's any guys in here that want to chime in the chat, be real with me. If you really think about it, women naturally get attention, whether they're modest or not. Like, if a woman looks good and she's dressed modest, she might not get as much attention versus a woman that's dressed provocatively. But a woman is naturally going to get attention because she's a woman. She could be a 3. She could be a 4. Will still get attention because she's a woman. Now, y'all could say what y'all think in the chat and let me know if I'm right or wrong. But to me, to my understanding of women and men interaction is, men will always give a woman attention because a man always wants to, have some type of attention from a woman to a degree. Men don't like to be alone too much. All right. But yeah, y'all chat it up in the chat box. Let me know, because y'all don't want to act real tonight. So hey, I'm just gonna say it as it is. But a woman will always get attention. She might not get as much attention as the next, but she will get some type of attention. All right. But going on about the modesty thing is, when it comes to this, women could pervert this, pervert the lack of modesty, because modesty could be used as manipulation as well, and we know this, and this is something that that can be detrimental to not just the woman but also to the man as well, depending on how she's wielding that type of power that she got. So you have to realize, when it comes to these situations, how to approach, how a woman can approach a social media platform. If you understand what a Proverbs 31 woman is, she is to have a modest heart and have something modest about her, not bring shame to herself or her husband or man, whoever that is. All right. But at the same time, you have to say this: if you don't have a man, focus on building your self-esteem and building you up, because I guarantee most of the time the reason why women do not act modest is because it could be a lack of self-esteem. One, it could be a lack of a father figure. The two, it could also be a lack of having wisdom around her, having bad company, having bad friends that are going to start to mold how she thinks. Because I seen this before. And I'm not gonna talk bad about no one, because I seen some some female friends that I have looked at, and I'm like, okay, why are you this way? You're not like this as a person. I seen some female friends that's, back in the past to now, and I seen how they grown from backtracked from then to now. They have morals, keeping themselves up, not being too promiscuous as far as going out there sleeping with different people, not being too revealing in their figure. You could dress, dress nicely, but don't be over the top with it, But when I notice when women start having friends that do certain things that are not really pushing them, and this goes for men too, men and women. If they're not around people that are going to elevate them or push them in that direction, you see them backtrack. I've seen some of my female friends backtrack from their morals or who they used to be based off the women that they associate themselves with. It's very important who you associate yourself with. It's highly important. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's men that give bad advice to their homeboys because they want to see their homeboys fail. That you got to really know who you're around. Just like there's women that surround themselves with other women that they have lady friends that will give them bad advice on purpose to sabotage them. So it's important to know who your friends are, because that will lead you to down a dark and broad slope, because we know that narrow is the way that we should be going and broad is the way that leads to destruction. So this is why having the right friends around could affect that type of behavior and modesty. I even know some women that were provocative dressing. They started going to church. They don't dress as provocative anymore, because they now understand that with that type of behavior, you attract a demonic type of dude with that type of and you. It's a lustful spirit. A lustful spirit. If any dude is honest, if he sees a woman, if he's not a strong man, let me say this. If he's not a strong man, or if he's not a strong man in God, either way, if he's not a man of self-control or discipline, what's going to happen is, if he sees a woman on social media that's dressed as provocatively, lack of modesty, what's going to end up happening is he's going to start lusting after this woman. So modesty opens up the door of lust for a man, and you start attracting these type of behaviors for a woman. Now, do women want to hear that? Probably not. But how you show yourself on social media does matter. It does matter, because you allow the devil a door to have access in your life. So you don't want to attract the wrong man in your life for a lack of modesty, because you're only attracting dudes that are thirsty, dudes that just want to sleep with you. And I'm telling on dudes too, so don't think I'm just beating up ladies tonight. So you're attracting bad behavior in dudes, because you're going to get guys that are going to jump in your DMs that are going to say stupid stuff, and you're going to be mad why they're saying crazy stuff, but you're opening that door and having an invitation to have it happen. Don't like what like why are you acting like part of what you're doing is not the problem? You're not taking accountability, and that's the thing. Women won't want to take accountability. Modern day women don't want to take accountability for what they're doing, and that's a problem. This is why you have, I'm not saying it's all right for men to do what they do. It's not. It's definitely not all right, and I don't sympathize with that at all. I don't sympathize with the man being like that with the woman. However, your behavior will open that door, and it won't be a good look for that woman. It's just like if a man behaves like an alpha, let me not say an alpha man. If he acts like a playboy, right? If he acts like a playboy, he's gonna be surrounded by women that only wants him for one thing, whether that's be his money, or he's gonna be treated a certain way by certain women. It goes the same way for men. Stop acting like something that you're not supposed to be acting like. You're not supposed to be a playboy speaking to all these different types of women. Why do you think women are going to avoid you? You bring off that playboy vibe. So this is another reason why you have to conduct yourself in a way that's in righteousness, in good standing, and have a standard of how to walk with morals and values that are going to elevate you, because that's a wealth. Morals and values is a wealth that people don't appreciate too much, especially nowadays. So you have to step aside, look at the bigger spectrum of things, see how you're presenting yourself, and if you're not presenting yourself in a good manner, learn from that. If here's the thing: if you don't have anybody in your corner telling you that you're doing wrong, then hey, you need to surround yourself with people that are not going to be yes people, that are going to say, hey, pull you out to the side and say, hey, homie, you're acting out of pocket, or hey, homegirl, you're acting out of pocket. Because this is the problem. We don't have people holding us accountable. So accountability does play a factor in women's modesty, not being accountable. Hope I'm making sense to y'all tonight, because I don't know. I lost some of y'all already. I could see I lost some of y'all already, but that's not the point. The point is to make sure that this gets out so we have an understanding tonight on some stuff. Point number 2. Now this one, I should have saved this one for last, but I need to get this one out the picture because I need to have this one checked off, because this one is a big problem today. Men and women are not the same. A lot of people, I don't know if it's, the way the world is thinking, that mindset. I don't know what actually it is the world, but it's this mindset that men and women are the same is crazy. Anything you could do, I could do better mentality. It's stupid. Men and women are not the same. We are not equals. We are not the same. And whether y'all want to hear that or not, we are not equals. What a man could do is what a man could do. What a woman could do is what a woman could do. There's a man cannot be pregnant, cannot get pregnant. A woman cannot impregnate and cannot impregnate nobody. The point blank. Let me give y'all a real example, because I've seen this a few times. It's weird, but I've seen it a few times. But there's some, women that think it's okay to go out with their top off, like a dude. Like you see, like how dudes run outside with their shirt off sometimes, occasionally, if it's too hot, or if they want to, show off, their figure. Like okay, this is one of the things you occasionally see this, but some women think this is okay to run outside with topless, like nothing on. I know this is an extreme type of concept, but this is a real thing that happens. Some women think it's okay to run outside topless. We are not the same. You're going to garner a lot more attention than me running outside topless. So first of all, that's a no-go. Another thing we're not the same at, we're not the same physically. Men are the stronger vessel physically. We are stronger. That's science. You can't dispute that. A 14-year-old male is pretty much as strong as a 20 and above year old female. If he's conditioned and trained, his strength is going to be a lot stronger than a female that's in her 20s. That's reality. Now, I'm not saying women are pushovers. I'm not saying that. So just so y'all don't get the wrong idea, because that's not the case. The point that I'm saying is that men are naturally the stronger vessel. We lift more weights. You could put a man and a woman of the same height and weight, and have them train for the same amount of time. Say you have them train for 3 months straight. The man is going to out bench, out squat, out deadlift, and be faster and stronger than the woman. That's science. There was a thing that happened with Serena Williams. She played against not even the number 1 ranked man, right? She played against, I believe it was the 85th ranked or 50th ranked man in tennis. I need to check the stats again. But she played against not even the number 1 dude. He smoked her. And you know what? He was even drunk too. Or he wasn't even coherent fully. He wasn't fully coherent. So that just lets you know men are faster and naturally stronger than women on a physicality standpoint. So we are not the same in that area. So the movies that you be seeing of women be whooping dudes' butt, that's a whole lie. Maybe you might get maybe there might be that one woman that drops a dude every now and again. Like, okay, that's possible. But a woman dropping a dude has like 50 pounds on her and has a height advantage, I don't think so. Let's not let Hollywood not lie to you. Let's not be fake here. Let's not fall into that lying facade that they try to create, the feminist facade that they create on TV, in the movies, the nonsense that you see, because that's BS. That's BS. Let's be real. You're not gonna see no woman dropping no dude unless she catches him slipping and hits him with the bat. Okay, maybe, or hits him with like a pan or something. But that's like a that's using outside force to do some damage. If it was a one-on-one encounter and it was a brawl or a fight, a boxing match, we know what happened. I saw this video on TikTok. It was, I don't know what the whole fight was. It was crazy. So all I know is this woman pissed this dude off. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where this is going. So he's, and dudes don't usually attack a woman unless it's something outrageously crazy. And I'm like, okay, for this dude to have attacked this woman, I knew it was absolutely crazy. Whatever he did or she did or whatever escalated this situation was pretty bad. Pretty bad. So all I saw, she's over to the other side and she's talking trash. And, he's over on the other side and he's coming closer. And you could visibly tell he's upset. Whatever the case was, he's upset. So what ends up happening, he goes over to her. She gets in his face, and she's yelling. And I'm like, oh, God, I know what's about to happen. He immediately just one hit KOs her, and that was the end of it. This just lets you know that, the physicality of the strength is tremendous. The gap between men and women in strength is tremendous. I'm just going to say that. Now, going on to another reason why we aren't the same. Now you have, nowadays, which is crazy. And I don't understand this logic or thinking, but I see you expect men to approach women, but nowadays you have women approaching men and proposing to men, which is absolutely stupid. And if you are a real man, you should not propose to. If you're a real man, you should not be proposed to by a woman. Get on your knees. If she gets on her knees and she proposes to you, if you accept that, you are a feminine man. I don't care what no one says. You are a feminine man if you let a woman propose to you and get on her knees if you say yes. Now, here's the other thing. If she gets on her knees and proposes, you need to be like, hey, no, I don't buy that. No, that don't fly with me. Women nowadays are doing that, and that's absurd. It should not even be like that. But since men are not in their position or playing their role in society, this is what's happening. You get women acting like men. That's not good. Now you will have people that argue this and will say, well, she could do whatever a man could do. Well, okay, she gonna be single or that relationship ain't gonna work for a long time. Then how about that? Because that relationship is going to be very shaky. The man is going to be it's gonna be like Jezebel and Ahab, where Jezebel's running Ahab for one, and you're gonna see the man being the woman in the relationship, and the woman being the man in the relationship, when the man is supposed to be the head of the relationship. Not saying being toxic and treating her poorly, but you're going to be seeing weak men being not stepping up and being a man in that relationship, being weak, so to speak. So that's another thing that is a eye opener in today's society. Women wanting to be men. It's another thing. What was another thing? If y'all have any other things that y'all want to add that y'all seen, let me know too as well, because I'm just basing this off things that I personally seen based off. Because most of the things I look at is what I've seen, experienced, and I'm like, okay, I don't like that, or I start to notice certain things, and I'm like, okay, that's not cool. But women that's propose to men, that's not cool. that's not a cool thing at all. But like I said, men aren't playing the roles of being a man, so that's another reason why it is the way it is. I already said physicality wise, I already talked about. When it comes to, let's see, Now this one is a little bit controversial. I guess it could be controversial, whatever. But whatever. I'm gonna just say it. Now, women that are, I don't mind a woman being business minded, which is fine. I love women that do business for themselves. But here's the thing: if you are a businesswoman, uh, you run and you can look at the statistics as well. Women that typically do business or have businesses typically do not have long lasting relationships because they're treating their life now like how a businessman would treat their life. A man's objective uh, when it comes to having a business is to, now depending on the man, but if he's a good man, what the business comes down to is for him to grow his business, have enough money financially to make a family and have a family. When a woman has a business, usually it's either for, now I'm not saying it's always the case. That's why I said this could be controversial because there's so many factors when it comes to this. But if we're looking at it at the majority standpoint, most women get into business for themselves and not really to make a family. It's for themselves. It's not for a family. And because if a woman is business minded, she's either gonna have a stay home husband, which is not what God intends for a man to be. A woman's supposed to be a nurturer. Not saying women need to stay at home, but I'm saying this: she won't be as home as much. So that's why I said this could be controversial because there's a lot of factors. And I'd rather have like a panel of people here talking with me about this because it can be a controversial topic speaking by myself. So I do know where to step before I overstep my boundaries because there's so many factors in this. But when it comes down to the majority of women being business minded, most of them are in business for themselves and not to build a family if they don't already have a family. All right. So that's the difference there. I just want to make that clear. I don't want people to misunderstand. I don't want to come off like I'm not caring or whatever. I want to make sure that people understand that there's a key difference. Another thing, I know when I see this, I can't. I was on. Man, I'm gonna get some flack for this one, but I don't even care. Y'all seen them women that look like super like butch strong, like a dude, like she has man traits. Like she looks like a dude for real. Like she got the muscles of a dude. She got the physique of a dude, and her facial structure looks like a dude. Have y'all seen that TV show? It used to come on Adult Swim when I was younger. I used to watch Adult Swim. There was this TV show called Super Gel, right? Y'all know that chick named Alice in Super Gel? I'm going to pull up a picture real quick so I can show y'all who she is and go to it. Because I need y'all to see this. Because y'all, man, let me see. Let me type this in. Alice Super. Hopefully it comes up. All right, here it is. I pulled it up. Let me pull up this picture real quick. Oh my God! Let me see if I can find a good one. Let's see. Cause y'all seen some women that be hulked out and claiming to be feminine, but you ain't nothing feminine about you. Oh man. Okay, so you see this woman here. Oh crap! That's not what I. So here. This is what this is Alice from Super Gel. I don't know if y'all watched the show. So I just want to give y'all the context of what I'm saying because Alice was a woman in the show, but she was hulked out, muscular, whooping dudes in the show because she was hulked out, muscular. I know it's funny, but whatever. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, in the show, she was like this hulked out chick, thought she was one of the boys, but she tried to be feminine, knowing she wasn't really feminine. Now you have women. Let me go back. Now you have a few women that are that are very masculine in appearance. And there's some guys that are attracted to that, but I secretly think, I personally think, I not secretly think, I personally think that if a man is attracted to a masculine looking woman, that he may be interested in a man. I'm just being real. I just don't see what's attractive about a woman that looks masculine. No, chat for real. Y'all ain't saying nothing tonight, but y'all talk to me. Y'all ain't saying nothing tonight. Y'all being scary and not saying nothing tonight. Y'all usually have something to say, but tonight y'all being scary. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because y'all want to be quiet. Y'all don't want to come off some type of way. But whatever. I'm just going to speak it real. But point is that I'm trying to make is a lot of women, well, not a lot of women. Let me not say a lot of them. Some women like to be masculine or want to play a masculine role, which is you're starting to see more of in today's society. Now, is it by choice that they're doing it? This goes back to what I was saying earlier, because I said I'm going to build a foundation tonight earlier. Is it the choices that they're making, that they're doing? Is it the environment? Thank you. Finally, somebody's real with me and says something in the chat. Thank you. Is it their environment? Or is it their friends egging them on, saying you don't need a man, be a man, play the man's role? One of the stupidest things that I hear, especially when it comes to Mother's Day, you hear I'm gonna be rude as hell right now. You hear stupid women and stupid men saying you're the man and the woman. Shut the hell up. You're not a man and you're just a woman, but you're trying to play the role as a man in a woman's body. You can't be a man and a woman. I don't care what you say. You can't be both. You play only one role. Now, you may have to try to play one role, but you can't be a man. There's qualities that you cannot fulfill as a woman, as a man. You cannot. Did I say that right? You cannot. Let me rephrase that. Let me make sure I said that right. There's some roles that as a woman, if you're a woman, you can't fulfill certain roles as a woman trying to do things to be a man. You cannot. You can't. Okay? There's certain things that you just cannot do. Men have a different way about them. That's why this is why talking about a family household, there's certain traits or certain behaviors that a father brings out his children versus a mother. A father is more stern. Now you can have a stern mother, of course, but usually a stern mother comes either from a single mom or a bitter mom. I'm not saying either one's right, but what I'm saying, it stems from one of those two things. But what I'm saying here is a father has a certain presence about him that a woman just cannot mimic. Does not, even if a father figure is not there as often. Let's say if a father figure is not there as often, there's a certain presence that a father brings versus a mother. And see, I'm losing people now. Y'all are losers because y'all don't want to hear this. I'm just being real. Y'all don't want to hear truth. But here's the thing. There's when it comes to a man and woman, a man brings certain values to the table. A woman brings certain values to the table. But a woman thinks she could play the man and the woman. You can't play both roles, sweetheart. We are totally different. We're not the same. We're not equals in all the arenas. We aren't. We aren't. Just this point blank period. We aren't the same. I was talking with my older sister earlier today, and we had this discussion. She was telling me that, I see. Sorry, chat, but someone in the chat gets what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat right now. Someone in the chat gets what I'm saying. Thank you for understanding. Thank you. But point is, when it comes to anyway, let me go to what we were talking about. So we were discussing about, there's different roles when it comes to men and women. There's different values when it comes to men and women, and both need to be respected. The modern day woman does not respect the role of a man, because nowadays modern day women teach you don't need a man. Well, you don't technically need a man, but if there's certain things in society that men are needed, I'm just gonna be real. And here's another crazy point. I wish someone clipped this. If someone's on Twitch, clip this, clip this stuff. But if you're watching, go ahead, clip it, send it to me, and I'll be like whatever. But this is one of the things that women tend to try to emulate when it comes to men. All right, so you'll have a woman, and I know I'm gonna be on this topic for a minute. The difference between men and women, because there's so much that could be said, but I'm just gonna cover just a few points. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to what a woman in today's society will do, well, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying the modern day thinking of these new age dummies, these new age women. I'm not talking about all women, because I know there's some good women out there. I know them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about this new age, modern day, stupid women mentality that follow astrology. The women that follow the independent boss baby women type of thinking. All this crazy mentality that it's crazy. Because I was gonna say this: society is to it. If you look at it, society, men are in charge of a lot of things in this world. We know this, but most of the reasons why things is the way it is, because men build a society that's for to let me see how to word this, because I don't want to come off the wrong way. I really don't, because this could come off really crazy. Because the way I'm getting this and try to portray it, I don't want to say this wrong, because I do know there's gonna be somebody out there that just twist up the words and say, yeah, you're this, you're misogynist, da 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 da, sexist, da da. No, I'll say this. This is the cleanest way I'll say it. Because I know how people are. I know people misconstrue words all the time, especially if they don't understand who you are as a person. So, society is most likely going to cater to a woman, whether a woman wants to believe that or not, going to cater more to a woman's needs over a man's. And this is why I say this. When the Titanic sunk, who did they save first? I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, and I'm gonna just let y'all think about that. When the Titanic sank, who did they save first? It was the women and the children. Women and children are the most important things in society when it comes to a good society anyway. Because look at China. China's almost about to fall apart because there's not a lot of women in China. And they used to kill all their little girls when they were born. That's just, that's sad and that sucks. But look at China. They're not a good representation of what a society should be. That's why China's a pretty effed up place. To be honest, I would sit with a Chinese person and say, "Hey, your country's kind of effed up. You need to fix some stuff." But I'm just being real. I will really say that to the Chinese person. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying it's really bad in China. It's really sucky in China because of that. Now, let me go back to what I was saying. Society is a good society is made to help women, so to speak. It's to keep them protected. Let me say that, to keep them protected for the most part. Now, you will have societies, not as great, and it sucks. But that the point what I'm making, most societies or most values or whatnot is to help a woman in these things, or to not to help, but to to help keep women protected. It's women. I'm not saying women are losers. I'm not saying that. What, because I know some people are thinking trying to come off negative. I'm not trying to say that. Women are naturally the weaker vessel, so obviously society needs to have a foundation to where women are kept, protected, safe, you know, to the point to where they need. Let's see, they need. I don't want to even say that word because that'll come off wrong too, because there's only so many words I could say that won't come off wrong. But society nowadays it's to protect women and to make sure that women are okay. Everything a man does is for a woman. Let me say that. If you are a man and you're trying to be better, if you're really trying to be a man that's trying to be better, and I need to say this because this is what's going to come off better. If you're a man, most of the time you're either doing something for yourself, but at the end of the day, it's to be and to please a woman, right or wrong. If you're a real man and you want a woman, it's to please a woman. It's to do something that benefits her. Yes, you might benefit because you get what you want, but point is you're trying to impress the woman. That's all I'm trying to say. Is as long as you can impress her, you're going to do everything that it takes to be for her. Now, don't be a simp, because I'm gonna get into that later, because this could be like a 3-hour live stream. It might turn into a 2-hour live stream today. But point what I'm saying is, most of the stuff in today's society, the country that we built was, we didn't build it, but the forefathers, the people before us that built this country, they left because a lot of things in, when they left was not good. The British, the English, and the British, with all that stuff, all the history, but in America, they left a lot of things behind to better. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect. No society is perfect. I'm not saying that. So don't say I'm saying this, because I know some people say, well, now you're implying that, women have it easy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying women have it easy in this country or have, all the greatest things in this country. I'm just saying the difference between a man and a woman, most of the time, it's to better a woman's life when it comes to, a woman will only better your life if she trusts you. I'll say that. A man will better your life if he likes you. That's the thing. A man does not necessarily have to trust a woman. It helps. But if a man likes you, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about simps. Because I've been a simp too, but I'm gonna get into that later, because I'm gonna talk a lot today. If a man likes you for you, he's going to do whatever it takes. He does not necessarily have to trust you, but he has to like you to want to change your life. A woman has to trust you for her to want to change your life or be in your life. Now you might have, and then I said there's factors too, because it could come down. Maybe she have low self-esteem. Maybe she may not feel confident in herself, so she just picks and settles just for whatever due she could get. But honestly, when it comes to that, a lot of women get more approached than men. As a man, you don't get approached too often by a woman. And if you do, you're like, what the hell is this? You're questioning what, this type of woman that's approaching you. I get kind of spooked when a woman approaches me. It's like, okay, this is not normal. Women don't normally approach a man, so why are you approaching me? It doesn't matter if you're a rich man, poor man, whatever. It's kind of a red flag in a way. So you have to be mindful of that. But anyway, point is that what a man does is to always impress a woman to the bottom, to the bottom of his heart, and I'm gonna just say that. I know it's a crazy. I know. Like I said, I could go into so many directions with this, but I'm just covering a few points tonight because I'm like, there's so much that could be said. Uh, Shanti Anook, you said men and women are polar opposites, and you also said nobody is superior, nobody is inferior, but nobody is equal either. People are simply unique, incomparable. You are you. I. I am I. Pretty much, because you are who you are, and she is who she is. I'll say this: men and women bring totally different values to the table. I will say this: this is the thing. What a man does impacts a nation more than what a woman does. So a value. I'm not saying men are better. I'm saying a value of a man has more weight than a woman because what he does in society impacts the majority. Just like kings, when kings ruled back in the day, what the king decided, it impacted the country, the nation, or whatever the case may be, the state, whatever, the empire. Does not matter what period of time we're talking about. A king, a man, somebody that has authority over a governing body. A man's decisions have a lot more weight than a woman because this is why God has men as the authorities, the people that are supposed to be. When I say men, I'm talking about men of God, not just regular men, but men of God are supposed to be in position of authority to uphold God's laws. Then that's the problem. You don't have that, and that's why things are in disarray. Because if you remember, Adam's role was to dress the garden. Eve was simply to be a helpmate. He had authority over the garden. She's supposed to help and learn how to be that with him. She's adding on to him. Not saying that he's better. I'm not saying that. I'm saying his value, what he brings to the dominion, is more valuable in weight. Is what I'm saying, because it causes more harm than others. This is why they were. This is why. Okay, let me explain this in detail so you understand what I'm saying. Because I don't think I'm gonna get nobody on this. What I'm saying is when Eve had the apple, or not the apple, the fruit, because it wasn't an apple, it was a fruit. It never said apple. I only said apple because everybody associates it with the apple, but it wasn't an apple. We assume it's an apple, but it's a fruit. So the fruit that Eve ate, right? It was Adam's job not to eat the fruit because he knew better. The reason why the reason why they had the punishment that they had, was because Adam failed to do his job, which is why they got kicked out. He didn't do his job. You understand what I'm saying? Eve did play a role in that. Yes, she took accountability for her actions, but Adam did not. Adam did not have any accountability for his actions. He did not fulfill his role as a man, and that was the problem. That's why. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard people talk like this, but Adam did not fulfill his role in the garden when it came to them eating the fruit. That's why the punishment was for both of them. Now, had Eve just ate the fruit and he told her no, who knows what would have happened? Who knows? We don't know. If Adam didn't eat the fruit and only Eve ate the fruit, who knows what would have happened? Because he knew better. He knew the rules. She knew the rules, but she didn't know the extent of the rules like Adam did. He didn't teach her the extent of it. But, they learned later when they got punished, which is why we live in the world we live in today, sadly. But what a man does holds a lot more weight versus a woman. It causes more damage, or so to speak. And that's why men need to, be at a place where they're being led by God, and because it's not going to be good. This is why you have to understand that The roles of a man and woman are totally different. We're not the same. We're not equals when it comes to what we bring to the table. Not saying anyone's better. I'm just saying when a man does something, it holds a lot more weight because there's more detriment to it. And this is because the roles that a man's supposed to play in society, in marriage, holds a lot more weight than a woman, because there's a lot more trouble that comes with it. If a man does not fill his roles as a husband, the devil has open access to attack the wife, destroy the family household, and that's the end. Destruction. This is like if you fornicate and you bring life into the world, there's detriment to that. So a man's actions holds a lot more weight than a woman. But I'm not saying put all the blame on the man. I'm not saying that. I'm saying both sides need to take accountability. And I'm addressing the women because today women do not take accountability for their actions. Women don't. And one of the things is women won't take accountability for the dudes that they choose. I said I'm gonna be mean tonight. I'm not even. I'm only on my second point today. I have 5 more points to talk about today. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm only on point 2. I'm reading my points today, but I haven't even touched what I'm really about to touch today, and that's the crazy part, because a lot of the problems is because, oh wow, we just see people now jumping on. Oh, what's up, CG? How you doing? Sorry you're late, but made it. It's all good. I'm not even worried about it. If you make it, you make it. Perfect. Thank you for being here. Thank you. God bless you. But here's the thing. The point is that I'm making is when a man does something, there's a lot of weight to it. And it causes issue. I'm not saying women don't have any weight behind certain things, but the thing is, you have to realize the modern day, I'm talking about modern day thinking women, the new age thinking women. This is who I'm talking to. The Kim Kardashians, the Beyoncés, the freaking who's that one chick? Mia Khalifa's. The ones that women look up to and try to be boss. I'm not trying to cuss tonight, because I might cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to control, because there's some things I'm like, ooh, let me stop. But the point is, modern day women don't take accountability for the things that they do. And I'm about to touch this point, because this is one thing that's true. I've seen women jump from dude to dude, and it be stupid, and they be picking the same niggas. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but this is real talk. I'm sorry I said this, but this is real stuff. They will pick the same dude that they know, and they settle for less, and they don't take accountability for the dudes that they pick, and it's crazy. If you can't take accountability for the niggas you pick, then why are you expecting anything less than? Stop settling. That's the problem with both men and women. But I'm addressing the women because they want to play the blame game. Yes, it's okay. I understand. There's crappy dudes. There's crappy women. There's crappy people on both sides, but you got to take accountability for your choices. Remember, I told you the foundation I'm building it up on today was your choices, your product. You're a product of your choices. You're a product of your environment, or you're a product of the people and the friends that you associate yourself with. This is what I said. This is why I built that foundation earlier, because I need people to understand that there's a lot of factors into this. This is why I would rather have a panel of people, or someone to do it like a jump on the live stream with me. And I could talk to multiple men and multiple women on the same topic, and we just have a big giant group discussion on this, because this is what's, a problem in society. And I don't, y'all haven't heard me talk like this, but hey, I'm just being real with y'all tonight. Cause I'm like, y'all be acting like, I don't know. I just think I'm too direct for people, and I come across as either I don't care or ignorant or whatever. I don't know what I come across to some people, because y'all don't tell me nothing. Y'all like, I don't like him. Well, if you don't like it, let me give you an example, because I said this a long time ago. Y'all remember when Israel and Palestine was going through something, right? They had Israel was blowing up Palestinian and all that. And I just put my thoughts on Facebook. The only reason, and I'm gonna tell you why I said what I said, because I really don't care how this comes across, because I said what I said. I said I'm for Israel. You know, I understand that there's women and children and men being blown up. You could say they're innocent. I said the only reason why I'm for Israel is because Israel is God's chosen people. That's the only reason why I said I'm with Israel. That's all I said. I'm only with Israel because that's God's people. Now, whether they're right or wrong, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna let God choose, what He does with Israel, if He's gonna do anything. But when it comes down to being with Israel, on Israel's side, I'm gonna always be on Israel's side because that's God's chosen people. That's God's people. Period. Now, He's got to deal with them accordingly. If they're wrong, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, I'm with Israel. Now, this is what happened. Of course, I got a lot of backlash on this topic, and I'm gonna get to make the point of why I'm saying this. But I said when I said this, I got a lot of backlash. I expected that. Whatever. After I got the backlash, then I had people, defriend me. Whatever. Boo hoo. I lost some friends. Ooh, Facebook friends. So it's crazy. With I don't care if I lose you, I lose you. You ain't adding nothing to my life. And this is somebody I didn't know. So if you're gonna be mad at what I say, at least confront me and ask me, why did you say this? And I'll tell you exactly why I said what I said. I don't care about I don't care if it hurts your feelings. Okay, cool. I'll explain why I said what I said. But you don't just defriend me and get mad without asking questions. Don't be a punk and not talk to me directly. So I had someone delete me from Facebook. And it was funny because it was crazy because literally about 2 to 3 weeks later, I never met this person. You know how you just add people on Facebook just to add them? Just to add them? Like you just do that. So I never met this person in my life, but literally 2 to 3 weeks later, about 2 to 3, we met in person, and they said, "Wait a minute, I recognize you from somewhere." I'm like, I know who you are, but it's funny that you don't know who I am. But this is funny, and so they're like, "Oh, you're that guy that said that stuff about Israel and da 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 and Palestine." And you're like, "Yeah, I'm that guy." And what of it? She's like, I deleted you from Facebook because of it. I'm like, "Okay, why?" And you did confront me about my thoughts, so why would you delete me? And so we had a long discussion, and I went into more detail than I did tonight on why, but whatever. I just get into the point. But point is, people will, negate what you are about, not, because they do not want to understand you. They don't want to care about what your opinion or thought is, because it does not fit their narrative. It does not fit what they believe, and that's another thing that it comes down to. But if it does not fit what they believe or their narrative or what their moral compass or their values, then they don't want to hear it. Now, that's why I always, if I'm going to blow someone off and I don't want to hear nothing about them, I'm going to listen to what they say, and I'm going to come to them directly. Now, if they have the option to respond if they want to. If they don't respond to me, then I lose kind of lose more respect. But I rather go out of my way and come to you directly and speak to you directly on what you said and make sure I understand why you said it before I just totally write you off. That don't make sense to just write someone off because of what they said. I'm gonna write you off if I come up to you. Now, if it's purely demonic, then I'm totally writing that off. That's another thing. I discern the difference. I just want to put that out there. If it's purely demonic, I'm totally writing that off. But if it's something that I could okay, maybe let me think about it. Let me see what the angle that they're coming from, and if they're coming from a different place, then maybe we could meet a common ground and reason. Let me see. But I'm not just gonna write you off because I don't agree with what you're saying. A lot of people write me off because they don't agree with what I'm saying, and they're like, screw that guy. He says it this way. Okay, I know I'm very direct, whatever, but I say what I say because I'm putting it out there, making sure it's said. How you take it will be taken how you're going to take it. I reach who I'm going to reach, pretty much. Being direct is more effective than beating around the bush. I'll say that. If I say things, I could say it more, probably a little more empathetic in a way that's doesn't come across maybe not as harsh. I don't know. I don't know how it comes across to people because people don't give me feedback. But I do know when I say certain things, it could come off the wrong way. And I come from a genuine place. I don't come of a place of hate. I don't come from a place of lack of understanding because I understand the situation. I may come off like I'm not emotional about the situation. I don't let emotions dictate the conversation because I'm not supposed to move out of emotion. I'm supposed to move with a clear and sound mind. Ooh, my nose is stuffy. But you have to realize that when it comes to these things, people will write it off because they don't agree with something. That's something I want to discuss. So that's what I wanted to say because I do know that when men say certain things with women, and this is the point that I'm getting at, when men say certain things to women and try to exploit certain things that women do, it's not received too often because it's a man saying it versus a woman saying it. Now you might receive if a woman's saying the same thing I'm saying, it might be received a little better because it's a woman saying it. Now, however, if a man's pointing out something that a woman could work on, such as accountability, making better decisions when it comes to picking dudes, making better decisions in how you portray yourself on social media, because modesty was one of the first things I talked about tonight when breaking it down. The first point that I was coming up with tonight. How you portray yourself on social media. How you pick your friends. These are all things women need to take accountability for, and that's why when I have female friends and I know their circle, I'm like, you have some trashy friends. Your friends are trash. They're not really going to elevate you. So when I see that, it's up to the woman to take accountability of what I told her and say, hey, make decisions based off that, pray about it, whatever. Ask God, lady, what you need to do with the people around you and the decisions you need to make. That's not up to me. I'm just pointing out what I see. You go to God and say, is what he's saying is cool? All right, cool. After he says that, move forward. Pray about it. When you get the answer, God gives you the answer. You adjust accordingly. I don't understand. And even if I'm not coming from a so-called spiritual place, if I'm pointing out something, it's up to you to still take accountability. Because I said this: if I call out a woman on modesty, right, and she's not being modest, and I said you're attracting certain dudes because you're a lack of modesty, or you cuss a lot, attracts a certain type of audience. Why are you getting mad by what you're attracting when you're being this type of way? You're attracting a certain audience. I don't understand. When you got to take accountability. And this is one thing that I'm saying: too many modest women do not take accountability for certain things. That's all I'm saying, and that I'm gonna leave it at that. Point number 3 tonight. Let's move on. And this one's funny because I noticed. I'm gonna speak because. This is for all the simps or guys that have played a simp role. Point number 3: stop using men for free lunch. Yeah, stop using men for free lunch. I know that sounds stupid and petty, but you'd be surprised by this one. And I know this is stupid, but let me explain this. What modern women do. And I've been used for free lunch before, and I'm gonna explain this. Modern day women, and I was talking to my sister about this, and we had a long conversation. It was like a 3-hour conversation, not on the same thing, but just different points in this. But anyway, one of the things is I have brought up, I said, you know, a woman that's focusing on herself and knows 100% at that time. She knows 100% at that time. She does not want to deal with a dude. She does not want to talk to a dude. She does not want to waste her time with the dude. She's focused purely on herself. What I'm saying is a modern day woman that's focused on purely herself, nothing wrong with that, because you can focus on yourself and be better. Level up in whatever areas you need to level up in. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to what I see most modern day women do, and I had this happen to myself, so I could talk, will be used for lunch, knowing good and well you have no intentions on wanting to truly date me. Dudes date with intention, whether good or bad. And I'll be real, ladies, I'm just giving you game right now. Guys will talk to you for one or two reasons. He either wants to lay and sleep with you, or he wants a real genuine relationship with you. Guys date with intention. Just letting you know that. Now, not saying women don't date with intention, but if you do not have the intention, you'll still go on the date anyway. That's what I'm noticing. And let me explain this, because it's happened to me multiple times, because this was what happens where you're a good guy simp, or I've been the simp, I've been the good guy, blah, blah. I know, I've been the loser, I've been on both ends. But here's what I'm saying. I dated a chick, I'm going to give you experience, I'm going to tell you a story. I dated a chick one time, liked her, I head over heels for her, almost infatuated, which is kind of But anyway, point is, I really like this chick, right? Wanted to make sure, like, okay, when you are taking someone out on a date over and over, you, as a dude, you think you have a shot. You think you have a chance to date this chick, like, really, have something genuine with this, So I'm taking her out on dates. We hang out, all that. But what she was getting was free food, not having the intentions of wanting to date. Because I was clear with my intentions. I'm a very direct person, and I changed certain things over time. Because my back then, this was me. I said this before on my live stream. I said this: if I was wanting to be with the chick, I would say this. I come to you with my intentions. I will say, I either want to just have a good time with you. That's the G-rated version. Or I want to have something serious with you. Now, when I told this chick I want something serious, she's like, oh, okay, cool. But she really just wanted free food. She didn't want a real relationship. She just enjoyed my company. That's what it came down to. Enjoying the dude's company. Now, was she wrong? Okay, that's objective. That you could be said, cool. Depending on who you are, you'll say it's right or wrong, whatever. But when it comes down to being upfront and being open about your intentions, oh yeah, she was definitely wrong. You have to be intentional when you are dating or talking with people. Most modern day women, the thinking pattern nowadays, I'm not saying all, I said modern, most, the thinking pattern of modern day women. Even if you know good and well that you don't want to be with the dude, 100% that you don't want to be with the dude, you'll still go on that dinner date just because it was free food. Now, CG, if you're still here, you could let me know. Is that because I want a woman's perspective. If there's any women watching, I'm pretty sure that there's probably not. But if there's any women watching, I know CG, you're a woman, so I would like, if you're still here, what's your thoughts on that? because as a man, if I feel if I'm getting led on, right, I have the intentions, I put my intentions out there, and then a woman does that. What's that mean? What's like what? I want to hear a woman's perspective. Why does that happen? This is why I want to have these type of discussions, because these bring out answers to help out both sides of the party. But CG, if you're not there, cool, it's fine. I just want to know a woman's perspective on this matter. And guys, you could chime in and give your thoughts, what you think it may be, or whatnot. But let me give you another example, and it doesn't necessarily have to be food too. It does not necessarily have to be using men for food. It could be using men or your sexuality or your how to say, using giving a dude false, leading dude on, period. It doesn't necessarily have to be food. You could be using the dude for other things as well. Because here's another simp story. I know I have some simp stories. I've been a simp, but whatever. Here's another simp story where I was talking to a chick for a long time, getting to know her. We went out on a few dates, worked out together, getting to know her. So I'm thinking I have a chance. And this chick's and when I say she's a 10, she hits the perfect every time. She's a 10 every time. All right. So when I see her, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I think I have a chance. Like, okay, perfect. I'm about to nail this one hit the hammer, hit the nail with the hammer. What do they say? I don't even know the saying. But anyway, I'm about to nail this. So in my mind, I'm thinking I have a chance, right? So this is what sealed the deal for me, knowing I had no chance and that I was being used, whatever. So this is what happens, and this is what modern day women will do. They will lead you on, not having the intentions of a relationship, string you along to be a friend, and you could, and I'm gonna say this because I want women to know, if you want to get rid of a dude and you don't want, if you are intentional up front and a dude's still persisting, block him. Just block his ass. Don't wait. Block him. Be done with it. Block him. Because once you start letting this continue, a guy thinks he has a chance. We are natural hunters. We are naturally people that want to go and get what we want. That's what dudes naturally do. We naturally want to go and get what we want. So if a guy feels like he has a chance, he's not going to stop until that chance is really done. Block him if you really do not. If he's still persisting, block him. Be straight to the point. Because guys won't understand until they're fully blocked. But I didn't say I got blocked. I'm going to tell the story now. So I'm thinking I have a chance with this chick. And what sealed the deal for me is when I did this simp thing. I said, hey, let me buy you nails. Not nails, but let me pay for your nails to be done. I know this is stupid. I know I sound so weak right now. But I'm exposing myself to help you guys. I'm helping both ladies and gentlemen today. So whatever. If I got to expose myself like that, cool, whatever. So what ended up happening, I paid for her nails, right? Stupid. Yeah, I know I'm stupid. Y'all probably saying he's stupid. So I paid for her nails. Never slept with her. I'm not saying that I was trying to. I never slept with her. Never kissed her. Never did nothing. We just had good times together. We just enjoyed each other's company, whatever. But she never had any intentions of wanting to be with. After I paid for her nails, I said, okay, she sent me a picture of her nails being done after she got it done. I said, oh, okay, I got a chance. Okay. So I finally, get up, have my chest out, stand tall, right? And so what ended up happening was, this is stupid. I finally, told her my feelings and all that. And you know what she did? Man, I didn't even get a chance to put my feelings out there, right? I said, this is what it was. She says, I know how you feel about me. And she knew the whole time how I felt, right? Women tend to know how you feel about them. Even if they know how you feel about them, they will ignore it and they won't even put it out there that they don't have any interest with you until you put it out there, until you openly do it yourself. Now they'll know like for days, weeks, months, however long it is, but the moment you finally decide to say something is when they kill it, like, kill it before it, and that's why y'all end up picking the wrong dudes. You skipped out on the dude that was willing to do everything for you. And this goes both ways. This goes for men too. You have a woman that does you super good, but you skip out on her because you got with some bimbo chick that reduced your life. I'm just being real because it goes both ways, but I'm talking about women tonight. So point is, you could have a chick and you could give your heart to her like I did, a dummy. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that because you're naturally a good person. This is what the problem is. Good men are finding bad women, and good women are finding bad men. This is the problem. And then you have the modern day men and the modern day women screwing it up for everybody. Because don't worry, I'm gonna get on men too. But tonight's not the night that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get on that topic soon. Because you got to go a little harder on men because men hold a lot of weight in a lot of areas in life. But anyway, point is, when I gave, I was opening up to her saying all these things, and I finally was about to put my heart out there. She knew the whole time that I liked her, still rejected me. After being rejected, I felt so small. I'm like, all that time I put in, all the effort that as a man, that's it's not an ego killer, but it's like you start to look at women differently and how you to approach women because you're like, I did all the things that y'all say y'all want in a dude, but I still was rejected. So it makes me question, what do women really want? That's what it comes down to. As a man, I can't be mad if she's not ready. That's different. But if you know a man's doing this and going out his way, ladies, don't waste this time. Just be upfront with him. Say, I don't want anything with you. This is why when I get with somebody, I tell my intentions right up front what I want. If I want to, I'm not like I don't want to sleep with women now because I'm celibate. So since I'm celibate, I don't want to sleep with you. So the next thing I'm trying to do is build a relationship with you. I want to know you. Now, if you're not worth getting to know, then I'm not going to waste my time. But back then, one of my intentions was I either want to sleep with you or I want to know you. I kept it simple. I would tell women straight to their face, I just want to have sex with you. Now, they will look at me crazy because a lot of men are not very direct like that, but that's what I would say. I just want to have sex. Or I'll say, hey, I just want to get to know you, see what you're about, blah, blah. And I was very genuine. I was very, very direct. Very direct. Because I don't like my time being wasted. I don't like wasting other people's time. So that's just how I came across. I know it's not good, but in today's society, you have to be direct. Stop wasting people's time. Oops, I'm hitting my mic. Stop wasting people's time. Modern day women waste dudes' time. Men do not like their time wasted, especially because it's a financial distress to us. Men are financial providers to women. A woman will not financially provide for a man unless she really has to. But most likely, most case scenarios, a woman will not want to provide for a man because she's going to look at that man as a child or a boy, and she's not going to take him serious. And she's going to find another dude that's better, makes more money than him, and is probably better looking or looks the part, and she does not want to deal with him. That's the facts. Just like a dude's not going to want to put up with a bratty chick. She may look good, may smell good, but if she's bratty, does not bring you peace, does not... if she's very confrontational, very masculine in her approach, aggressive, he's not going to want to deal with that. And that's what, trying to break that modern day women down. That way of thinking is going to keep you single, ladies, if you continue to do that. So I'm just putting it out there, y'all. Like y'all think I just want to hear y'all's thoughts in the chat. I might come off as too aggressive or whatever, but this is real conversation that people need to have. I'm all for, this is a cryptocurrency channel, investing channel, wealth channel, whatever. But wealth is not just finances and money. Wealth is your values, your morals, how you treat people, your character, integrity. And this is what is lacking in today's society. What's up, Jason Casper? Thank you for joining the stream, brother. I just saw your comment. You said, sounds like what happened to me with a girl named Six Joanita. Dude, that's funny. That's funny. But thank you, brother, for being on the live stream tonight. God bless you. Thanks for being here. But yes, once again, I'm just speaking facts tonight, you guys. I like to hear y'all's thoughts in the chat. What, like I know y'all don't like y'all's time wasted, but this is one of the things that a lot of modern day women will do. They will lead a guy on, thinking he has a chance. When he finally, commits or wants to commit, speak out his feelings, gets demolished. And yeah, I do know that there's dudes that do that, but women need to understand most men's intentions. There's only two intentions men really have. He either wants to sleep with you, and men are simple. This is why I'm like, women need to discern two types of dudes. He wants to take you serious, or he wants to screw you. Men will only do one of those two things. He wants to know you, be your friend, and eventually grow into something else, or two, he wants to sleep with you. Men are simple. Women, we gotta figure out what the heck y'all even want. Y'all don't even know what y'all want to eat. I'm being real. So we have to figure y'all out. Y'all don't have to figure us out as much, because there's only two types of dudes. Unless he's gay, then he don't really want to. He just wants to be your friend. But point is, what I'm trying to say is, you have to discern what type of dude that you're dealing with. Men, we gotta figure out what you want, what you like. We have to figure out also your morals, your values. We have to figure out what else we have to figure out. And hold on, before I go on any further, I don't want to say I'm bashing women, but because that's not what this tonight is here for. It's not being bashing. It's for constructive criticism and putting things into perspective. Like I said at the beginning, this is not a woman bashing live stream. This is not. This is constructive criticism, pointing stuff out, opening people's eyes to what's really going on both sides of the field. So I don't want anybody to come across thinking, oh, he sounds monogamous, or oh, he's sexist, or oh, no. And if you think that, I don't care, because that's not one. I already said this, what the intentions were tonight anyway. But anyway, what I'm saying is, we have to really discern the type of people that we deal with, and this comes back to not having God in your life at the end of the day. I said, like, I gave y'all my points. I gave y'all the scriptures earlier in the live stream. All right. Let me go back. This is why we're gonna be here a long time, because I'm only on point number 3 tonight. I have 7 points. We're only on 3 tonight. So I said, you're either a product of your choices, you're a product of your environment, or you're a product of the people you associate yourself with, your friends. So, and I gave scripture pertaining those things. All right. So here's the next thing. Women, stop using dudes. Men, stop using women. But I'm talking about the ladies tonight. Modern day ladies, stop using dudes. Stop wasting the time. Stop doing that. It does not help nobody. It just causes more hate between both sides. There's good dudes that find bad chicks, and they get upset. There's good dudes that find chicks and that treat them bad, and they're like, oh well, no, all women are the same. It comes down to everybody's the same mentality, which that's not the truth. We are facilitating that stupid thoughts to be a thing, and that's a problem. So yeah, y'all could chime in the chat box and say what y'all's opinions and thoughts on this, because I definitely want to hear people talk about this. I definitely want to hear both sides. I really do. But anyway, let me get into this more. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to address on this one? Let me see. Okay, I think I really touched that point. Number 3. I think I really touched on that point. But yes, just don't waste people's time. Just be straight up. And if you come across a psychopathic dude, ladies, just block him. And let me give you a psychopathic behavior, ladies. So what you could avoid in a dude. So if a dude does this is not, and I'm just gonna be 100. If a dude does this, if you eventually come down to the point where, or even if you're upfront from the beginning, like you don't want nothing to do with him, like you don't want no relationship, no romantic relationship whatsoever, and you just want a friendship with this dude, you now put the ball in his court now, ladies, to whether he wants to be a friend, and he has the option now to say, I don't want a friend, I want a good time or a wife. Now you put the ball in his court to make a choice. So now what happens, since he has the ball in his court now, he's either going to be your friend, or he's going to either be your friend, or he's going to be your friend and respect you, or he's going to move on. So you gave him the options. Now, if he does this, if you have been upfront with him, say you don't want nothing romantically with this guy, and he's still pushing for that, either with his actions or with his words or whatever the case may be, and he's still pushing for that, then you have the right to now block him. That's psychopathic behavior, ladies, because he's doing something that you already told him. Now he's being pushy. Now he's being narcissistic. Now since he's pushing that narrative, because like I said, guys won't quit until because guys will always think they have a chance. Maybe some guys think you're playing hard to get. Some women do play hard to get like that. Okay, but it's not healthy to chase when you don't want to be chased, if that makes any sense. So if you don't want to be chased, ladies, you put that up front, and he's still doing it, and he's not respecting your boundaries, block him. Be done. Don't waste time. I think it's easier for, well, actually, I don't even know. I'm not even going to say that. I don't know. Who's it easier for? Is it easier for a woman to block a dude, or is it easier for a dude to block a chick? I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. I never really thought about that. That just came to my mind just now. I'm not even going to talk about that, because I don't even know on that specific one. But interesting point. But point is, if you want to stop wasting time with certain dudes, ladies, just block him. I don't think y'all block enough dudes, and if you do, you don't block him in time. So you let things grow into wildfire before it calms down, is what I'm trying to say. So blah blah. I think I got that point done. Let's see. Let me go to point number 4 today. Now, point number 4 associates with the 3 points that I made in the beginning of this live tonight. So I said, your choices, you really come from how you are molded, right? Excuse me. You're a product of your choices, you're a product of your environment, and you're a product of who you associate with, the friends you associate with. So number 4, it says, don't make assumptions when men approach you. All right. Here's a big point on that. Most guys, and this is why it's very hard for men to approach women nowadays. Because there's always the first assumption is, why is he approaching me? And if you're dressed poorly, you're gonna get a really bad assumption. But most of the problem is nowadays when it comes to modern day women. One of the points I want to touch on. when a man approaches a woman nowadays, it's not easy for him to approach because there's a negative connotation on men to begin with. There's already assumptions his way, like, oh, another especially if you have bad experience with men, because if you have bad experiences with men, it's gonna affect your choice. And this is why you can't live in fear, because when you start living in fear, ladies, you start making choices based off and I understand there's traumatic, experiences in life, and I'm not ignorant to that. So I do know those are real situations. I do know that, there are situations that men have done some really terrible and heinous things to women, which dictates their decisions in life, and they just can't trust men at all. But the reality of that as well is also that's fear that's clouding your judgment as well. It's just like if a stray cat is on the street and that cat has been beaten by the owner and that cat is now on the street. When a cat is approached by any human being, it's going to be on fight mode. Just like the same with a woman that has been abused, mistreated by men, or done dirty by a man. She's going to respond like a stray cat. She's going to treat that man as an enemy. And that's because your experience or trauma has caused you to be fearful. Just like the cat is fearful of being beaten by a human. So now the woman is acting out of fear. And I'm not being mean. I'm just saying this is reality. But the point is that in these realities, and it sucks because this is, this really, our experiences mold who we are. Our experiences mold our decisions. Our experience in our environment and the people we associate ourselves mold who we are. So this is why you have to really understand, who are you dealing with? Like, who are the people that you are dealing with? What are the decisions what are the decisions that you're making that are allowing this to happen? Okay, so let me paint the picture. Okay, this is why this might be controversial, but whatever. So this goes back to my first point that I made tonight. If a woman is not modest, she's not dressing modest, she doesn't have a modest heart, she doesn't have a modest appearance, she's going to attract the wrong type of men. All right. So when a man sees that type of woman, a woman that attracts that type of man, he's going to be one or two things. He's going to be very lustful, and he's going to be aggressive, and he's going to, ladies, this is real, because your appearance does matter to an extent. You will attract the wrong type of guy with with your appearance. So appearance does matter. So if a woman's not being modest, and I'm gonna paint the whole picture, say this guy slides in her DMs, right? Once he slides in her DMs, and she does make that connection to be with this man, and they start sleeping together, they start moving fast because you attracted a lustful man, and if you are if you're not having a modest approach on your how you display yourself on social media, most likely you're promiscuous, or to a degree maybe a little easier to sleep with. Not saying that you are, but I'm saying you might be a little bit easier than the next chick to sleep with. Not saying that's always the case, but it's the chances are the probability is a little bit higher. But anyway, let me get to the point. So she starts getting so say the relationship gets a little abusive, right? Now she's thinking she's gonna be a victim to a bad dude. A dude with no morals, a dude with no value, a dude that just wants to sleep with women immediately, a dude that's depriving women or whatever, or doesn't really care about women like that. So the way he's treating her, she's going to associate with the next guy that she gets with. So now she's like a stray cat. This is the point that I'm getting. Since now she's like a stray cat, she's now thinking, okay, all men are dogs. All men just want me for sex. All men just want me for X, Y, Z. But here's the next guy. He's a good guy, but you can't see that he's a good guy because you're basing it off your choice that you made to sleep with the wrong dude. You made and it's based off your experience that you had with the previous dude. Bang bang. And then 3. Now you have since you have this warped reality of what men are like, and you only had experienced this one really traumatizing experience with one dude. Now it dictates your whole perception on the men that you look at. And now all men are bad. All men are scum. It's just like if a man goes through the same thing, all women are bad. All women are scum. That's not the case. Not all men and women are scum. You dealt with a crappy ass person. That's the real thing. You dealt with somebody that's crap. But you chose that because that's what you attracted. And that's the accountability that people do not take. So point is, going back to point 4, let me make sure I'm getting, don't assume the worst when it comes to the guy that you are talking to or that approaches you, so to speak. Don't assume the worst. Still be on guard because you should always guard your heart. But this is why you have to have discernment. Because with experience, there comes wisdom. So you could gauge what type of person somebody is through experience or what you're dealing with. All right? So a guy approaches you, and hey, Navi, I appreciate you being here tonight. Guten morning. Guten Morgen. That's what I meant to say. Getting my other languages up to date. But anyway, point is, what I'm trying to say here, when it comes to a man approaching a woman, don't always assume the worst. And Navi, since you're a woman, I would like your perspective on this, Navi, because you're a woman. I want to hear your perspective on what I'm saying. Because when it comes to a man approaching a woman, you don't have to say nothing. I just want to, if you do decide to, you can. But if a man approaches a woman, it's most of our experiences is based off. You base your assumptions off either off experience. Maybe your girlfriends are coming, or you're near your girlfriends. Say you're with your girlfriends if you have girlfriends, and they're like, "Oh, girl, he looks like a scrub," or "Oh, girl, he looks like this." Your girls could sway your decision as well. At the end of the day, it's still your choice to talk to this dude or not. But you still have to discern what type of guy you're dealing with. So what I'm asking you, let me be straight to the point. What I'm asking you, when a guy approaches you, do you base it off your experiences? Or are you basing it off of what you base it off of? I just want to hear from you. What do you personally base it off of? Because I like to hear a woman's perspective on this. And if you need to get your coffee, go ahead. Because I know you said you just woke up. And I know it's bright and early over there on the other side of the world. So let me know. But if you do decide to answer this, I would like to read what you say in the chat. And by the way, Navi's on Twitch. I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. So if y'all... Okay, so you said depends on what you want from this guy. Huh, interesting. Can you elaborate on that? I'm curious about that. So that's interesting. Okay, so you said it depends on what you want from this guy. So, wow, that's interesting. Because I would think... And this is just being a man, because as a man, we want one or two things. We either want to sleep with you, or we want to know you and build up a friendship, be either a friend, or eventually build up to a romantic level. Those are the two. That's how simple guys are. Two things. So when you said it depends on what you want from this guy, what do you mean by that? I definitely would like to know what you mean by that, if you like to chime in on that. But interesting. Because I would think, naturally, I would think. Well, then again, it comes down to my third point earlier, where women would want to get a free lunch from you as well, so and use you. So that's why I say that's interesting that you phrased it like that. Depends on what you want from this guy. But okay, interesting. Because I do know that there's some women that don't want anything, and they just want to focus on themselves. Want to just focus on themselves, and they want to, not be with anybody. They just want to focus on themselves and whatever the case may be, and not have a relationship. I do know that's a realistic scenario, but this is why I was saying earlier that it's better to be upfront and say our intentions before we waste the other party's time. That's what I said. I just personally think it's best to go up front with your intentions, especially if you're looking for a relationship. But anyway, yeah, I would like to know your perspective if you choose to say anything. Anyway, that's gonna be a minute. Let's see. So don't always assume the worst, ladies, when it comes to dudes. Now, if you could tell you can't always tell, but you can't always tell if someone's a bum or not, because there might be a guy that might dress down because he might just be going to the store and might be approaching you, or maybe at the gym, maybe just got out of the gym. But you can't assume that the dude's a bum and doesn't have any any money based off his appearance all the time. Okay, so you said, for example, it depends on what I want, but like relationship or something else. Just you in general, just you in general. I just want to hear about you in general. I don't want to hear about, I just want to hear your perspective, like for you. That's what I'm asking. It could be relationship. It could be whatever you want from the dude. Because if a guy approaches you, so let's say I approach you, right? Okay, let me give you 3 scenarios. So if I approach you, and then if another guy approaches you later, and another guy approaches you, depending on the dude that approaches you, are you going to respond the same according to each guy, or are you going to respond differently according to each guy? That's what I'm asking. Let me ask it like that. That's the better way. So me, dressed up like how I am now, I approach you. Another guy that's not so dressed up approaches you, and another guy that's he's not too dressed up, and he's just average looking, approaches you. Is your intentions or your answer going to be the same for each guy, or is it going to be generically the same answer for each guy? Or does the appearance of the guy matter to you when he approaches you? Because a lot of another reason why people's he said, hell no, not the same. Okay. Then we're getting somewhere. Why would it not be the same? Yeah, because you said it would not be the same. Okay, so is it because the appearance? Is it because of how they approach you? Is it because how they spoke? Why would it not be the same? This is what I'm trying to find out for the modern day thinking of women. Because I'll say this. Most guys will do this. I'm going to say from a guy's perspective, at least, most guys. If a woman, 3 different women approach the same dude, I'm just not likely the case, but if 3 different women approach the same dude, one is, really attractive, one is like not really attractive, like really, hideous looking to look at. Forgive me, Lord. Not really attractive to look at. And then you got another one that she's like in the middle. But the one that was hideous, dressed like really sexy looking. the best looking one dressed more modest looking, and then the one that was like so was like, fair. Most men, because men are very visual creatures, and that's how simple men are. Since men are visual creatures, the men might most likely talk to the one that is talk to the ugliest chick because her appearance is sexy, because she's revealing that, and that's not good. I'm not saying that's a good, I'm not saying that's appropriate, but I'm saying from a man's perspective, the men will talk to the ugliest chick based off appearance. Now, when he starts speaking to her, that might change the game up a little bit. So then it comes to values and morals and all that. Anyway, which is a choice. But that's I know this is a weird question, but that's what I'm saying. Like this is what I want to break down. I want to break this down. Make sure that I'm understanding why you said hell no, not the same. Because a man could be approached by 3 different women, like I just said, gave you a scenario. He will talk to the ugliest one based off visuals, but in reality, or the better choice may be, the better looking chick that's more modest and she's not as revealing, because she has more. She's not promiscuous or not. No, I would say promiscuous. Let me use another word. She's not as sexually exploited, so to speak. Let me say that. You said, okay, so you said, I don't know if I understand you, but I couldn't say the same to different people. I mean, everyone is different, and I'm a type of woman. For me, the vibes and the chemistry are important. Even when he's maybe not the super sexy guy with the Gucci trousers. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. So you said, I hope I got you right. So yeah, that makes what you're saying makes sense, because yeah, that's pretty much what I was asking you. So you're pretty much, by what you just said, you're a woman of morals. Like I could tell that you have some type of morals based off what you said. Like you look for how you feel the dude out. So here's another question. Let's say, how to word this? So 3 different guys approach you, right? You got 3 different guys that approach you, and and they haven't spoken a word to you yet. I'm gonna ask you before they even open their mouth, right? And they're dressed all dressed up, pretty. Let's say it's a nice place, a nice environment, a nice atmosphere. All guys are, they're pretty much dressed pretty well. They're well put together. So my question to you now is, if all 3 guys approached you, right, and they haven't spoken to you yet, you just see them making eye contact with you and coming and approaching you. So here's the question. If he comes to you, or if they come to you individually, not together, but individually, they haven't spoken a word to you yet, are you going to have assumptions on each man based off appearance, and you're going to act accordingly, or what? That's my next question for you, before he even speaks. Because I'll say this, because for a man, when a man approaches a woman, sometimes when he approaches, the modern day woman will immediately, without even him saying a word, will immediately shut him down before he speaks a word. So I want to ask, how's your thought process on that? So how would you approach that? Woo, I need some water now. This is already a 2-hour stream. I knew it was going to be a 2-hour stream. I'm not even at I have 3 more points tonight before I knock this one out. But let me go ahead and wait for your answer. Or let me just move on to the next point, and then I'll just read what you say if you decide to answer it or not. But anyway, here's point number 5 tonight. This one, very. I guess it. I guess it's okay. So you said, good question. Okay, so I did ask you a good question. Okay, so yeah, that's very interesting. You said, good question, because what happened? Because men are the ones that are supposed to make the first approach, right? Naturally, men are the ones that are supposed to pursue after the woman, not the other way around. So, since men are naturally pursuing after the woman, his rejection rate, his success to failure ratio with women and his approach is going to be higher than a woman's, because women do not naturally approach men. Now, if a woman does approach a man, her chances of getting that dude is probably higher than a man. No, that's not probably. Really is higher than a man's chances of pulling a woman, vice versa term. If you so say if you approach the dude and he was your type, you have a better chance of scoring with that dude versus a man approaching a woman and him scoring with her. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it's not the same for it's not the same for men and women in that area. Y'all are more likely to succeed where we fail at, because men, like I said, are visual and usually want to have women around anyway. So unless he's gay, then what I said, then that doesn't really matter. But if he's into women, he might want to go the extra mile with you. I'm just saying. But when a man approaches a woman, he has to really figure out if that's who he really wants to pursue. And if he gets rejected, he takes his L, moves on. A man may get rejected 20 times in the same night and still and probably have success getting probably. So if a man talked to like 20 different women in the same night asking for their number, maybe that's too high of a number. Let's say 7. He approached 7 women and he asked each of them for their number. Now, depending on his game as well, and depending on his looks, because nowadays women are go based off certain features now, and this men too. But this is one of the things that a lot of women base. Is he a tall guy? Is he tall? Does he smell good? Does he look good? Now, a guy doesn't necessarily have to look all the way good for a woman. Y'all don't have to look. Doesn't always have to look good, but being tall is a key factor for that. A key thing that women want. No, not too many women want a guy that's shorter than them. That's a majority now. That's just how it is, I guess. But whatever. But point is, a woman wants a dude that's tall. Probably smells good when he approaches. Probably, look like he has money. Doesn't necessarily have to have money, but look like you have something. And then, maybe the dude has to also speak well as well. Like I think that goes on both sides, speaking well, because you don't want to be with somebody that's boring or speaks stupid. So that's a given. But point what I'm saying is, when it comes to men approaching a woman, yeah, you got it. You're going to take a lot of L's. But back to what I was saying about talking to 7 women. You may talk to 7 women in the same nights, and all 7 of them will have different preferences in a man. You might be a short dude, and since you're a short dude, you might get different outcomes. But if your game is on point, then it is what it is. Good game changes the whole dynamics and stuff. But a lot of men do not have good games, so that's why I'm not equating that factor in. But if you talk to 7 women, and you only get 2 numbers out of the 7, that's not a good ratio. That's not a good ratio. Okay, so you answered. You said I mean it changed during the years. It depends on how I feel in the different situations. Okay, I respect that. I understand that. You know, a lot of times I'm the first one who says something just because I'm not afraid to get in contact. Okay. But for sure, no, you said for sure you have to have your fave, like you said, must be tall, etc. But for me, it's not important. It's more how he's looking at me. I guess you can see a lot in the people's eyes. I agree with that yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I do like that answer right there. And then you said, but I know crap relationships. I had a lot of bad experience in okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're real. See, that's a real answer. So like I said, experience does play a role in it. Uh, choices. How someone approaches you, how you feel with somebody. I also plays with it. Okay, so that's a good answer right there. I do like your response. That's really good. It gives me more insight to, the type of woman you are as well, and it also gives me insight to, of the mindset of different women. So I like that answer. It lets me assess things in a different light, so to speak. So I like that. Let me see. Okay. Ooh-wee. Oh, Lord Jesus. I know I talk too much. But here we go. You said, oh, next, you're empathetically, you could read me like a book. I I wouldn't say, well, I got my gift. I could read people pretty well because I know people. But I know a lot of type of people, so I guess I could read people. But let me say, I wouldn't say I could read you completely like a book, but I understand what type of woman you are, or what I understand you have values. I could understand that just by this conversation. Excuse me. So I do respect you putting your you said I know you can. Yeah, okay. I guess I got a little sauce in that area, but the point is, what I'm saying is, you could definitely tell someone's values by when you speak with them, and then adjusting to it. Because like you said, the thing that really stuck with me, what you said is, you could see a lot in the people's eyes. Yeah, the eyes is the windows to the soul. So if you can't read people's eyes, if you can't see darkness in someone's eyes, then you lack discernment. And that's a thing that as men and women we have to take into consideration, is discerning by reading people's eyes. Now, when I go on dates, I look into their eyes. I see if they make eye contact or if they break eye contact. I'm an eye contact type of guy, and I guess it could be intimidating or intense if you're not used to eye contact, because I'm all about eye contact when it comes to dates. Anybody that has been around me, male or female, I'm not talking about dating dudes. I'm talking about being in my presence. I make a lot of eye contact, and people are not used to eye contact because a lot of people, when they're talking, they glare off. They don't look you in the face. But I like eye contact. That's the type of person I am. That's just me anyway. I know not a lot of people are like that, but I know how I am. The point is, you could read a lot into someone's soul based off their eyes, if you really know how to read the eyes. That's all I'm gonna say. And you said me too. Yeah, see, you get it. You got to learn how to read people's eyes. Number 5, the point number 5 tonight. I got 2 more points after this. I know this has been a long night, but this is a great night. And if you find anything that y'all want to clip what I say, send it to me and I'll post it. But here's point number 5 tonight is, be yourself, ladies. Be yourself. I'm not talking about being that weirdo, strange, astrology, witch, BS nonsense. I don't know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about be you, who you are. connect. If you connect with who you are, and I don't, because I said I was about to come off really like a jerk, but be you. If you can't be yourself, you can't laugh. You're too dang serious. You don't know how to joke. You're so on guard. No guy wants to deal with that, ladies. I'm sorry. Like, it's like talking to a wall. It's like no, I don't got time for that. I don't want to be around a chick I cannot laugh with. I don't want to be around a chick that doesn't feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, I know it ain't me. I know it ain't me. Just me personally. I know it ain't me. If you don't feel comfortable, that's a you problem. Because I'm a cool ass dude, and I bust jokes. I'll make you laugh. I might say something crazy every now and again, but it ain't me. I know that for sure. It ain't me. So if you can't feel comfortable around me, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my spirit's too high for you, and you need to be elevated. I'm not trying to think too highly of myself, but I know it ain't me. I just know. Well, anyway, point is, what I'm saying is, be yourself, ladies. Don't build this facade of this false woman that you're trying to be, what social media tells you to be. Now, there are certain things that you do need to be because it's God's requirement for you to be such a thing. Just like there's a man needs to be such a thing. But you need to know how to be yourself. I'm not talking about being a thought. I'm not talking about being being like the next Kim Kardashian, being like the next Beyonce, being like the next Mia Khalifa, being like the next J-Lo, being like the next, who's another chick out there that's not really the best inspiration? Marilyn Monroe. Oh God, I just don't know how women look up to that woman. But anyway, but point is, what I'm trying to make, ladies, be yourself. I'm not talking about be what's they say, resting bee face. Like you don't need to build this fake facade of who you are, ladies, because men could feel that. If a dude feels like you're guarded, he ain't gonna put up with you for long. If he's approaching you, he ain't gonna talk to you. And then you wonder why dudes don't like talking to you, and why you can't keep a dude, because you ain't being yourself. I've been let me give you an example. I was in a relationship, man, for 3 years, wasting my life, 3 wasted years of my life. Now, whether I saw the signs or not, that's on me. But there's sometimes where you could fake being something until you can't be that thing anymore. So I was with a chick for 3 years. That's, she said she was a supportive type of woman. She was saying she was a God-fearing woman. Saying all the right things, right? Just like how guys say the right things. But eventually that mask falls off. Eventually, you can only play that role for so long. The mask will eventually fall off. And time will expose that. So what will happen, and thanks, Navi, for clipping I don't know what you clipped, but thank you for clipping whatever you clipped. I will get to that. But here's the thing. You will have a moment, right, where no, man, let me backtrack because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss. So listen. Let me go back to what I was saying. I had a relationship there's a relationship that I had. Okay, I can watch it later. Cool, bet. I had a relationship where, she was being saying all the right things, doing all the right things. But when it came to the moment where I was going to started to walk into my purpose, starting to walk in that, or starting to find that, the mask starts to fall off. There comes a time where a man or a woman, their mask will eventually fall off because men and women lie to get what they want. That's both sides. Men and women lie to get what they want. Men especially will lie to get what they want because a lot of men will say they sleep with a lot of women, and that's a lie. Men do not get to sleep with a lot of women. That's a lie. If a man says he sleeps with a lot of women, he's either lying or he really does. And the reason why is because men only sleep with 10% of the women that they speak to. That's a fact. Men lie about their sleeping game. Men ain't banging like they say. So men will lie about their body count to the homeboys to be impressed. They're like, oh, Papa Carly, boy, I done smashed her. I done that. You lying, homie. You a liar. You ain't smashed none of those things. You may be around those things, but you ain't smashing none of those things. No, you ain't done that. You could smell a liar. You boys. No, you ain't done that, brother. You ain't. Men will lie about his lifestyle and to impress women. So yes, men lie a lot more to impress a woman because it's hard for a man to even get a woman's attention. So a man will go to further lengths like lying to get a woman's attention. So that's why men lie to women. Not saying it's a good thing, but he ain't smashing. He ain't living that life like he says he is. Now, there's some that are living it like that, but men that are really living like that, they have a lot of women around them. That's the thing. And now, if he's like, God-fearing, he ain't gonna keep too many women around him because that's temptation. But point is, what I'm saying is, men lie a lot to women in that regard. But here's the thing: when women lie, and it's to get what they want, boy, they will mess your ego up so quickly. They will make you feel stupid for even spending any type of time or spending any money on them. You said both lying, the men when he says he has a lot, and the women when she says she didn't has exactly right. It's because both sides are embarrassed to be themselves. That's why I said that's why point number 5 is be yourself. Like, I know this. Like, I even told this chick when I was talking to her. I really like this chick too. And we went to the gym a few times. We had ramen. She was very attractive, and I'm like, man, But we didn't connect in one spot, and that was a done deal for me. But here's the thing: I was myself with her, but she wasn't herself with me because she was beating around the bush, wasn't being honest. And this is why I tell women: be yourself. Stop trying to be these other girls on social media. You ain't that. Be you. Stop trying to be like all these other chicks, all these other hoes on. And sorry to say that, because 304s. That's what this modern day women mindset is, to be a hoe. I'm not sugarcoating that. The modern day women is literally to be a hoe. That's the thinking that they have. Be into astrology. Be into this crystal nonsense. Be into this new day age spiritual BS. That's not even spiritual. That's demonic, y'all. And that's another topic for another day. I'm not going to get into that yet. But point is, this is the mindset of a modern day Jezebel. The modern day women is a Jezebelic spirit. That women are promoting the Jezebel spirit. I don't think women know this, or they don't. It's either they know this and they don't care, or they're ignorant to. I don't know which one it is. I'm assuming, because I want to think the best about women. I want to think it's just ignorance. I really want to say it's ignorance. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not bashing. Like I said earlier, I'm not bashing no woman tonight. I'm just pointing out what I see. What I see, you could chime in and say yes or no. But I really think ignorance in how women conduct themselves nowadays is they're pushing the Jezebel mindset, the Jezebel spirit today. And that spirit is a hoish mindset, a controlling mindset, in trying to oppose the role of a man, to negate the role of a man. If you remember Jezebel in the Bible, she was the wife to Ahab. Ahab was a whole king, and she was controlling the kingdom and punking the king. So that's why you have to realize the point of what women nowadays, they want to be the man and the woman. Shut up. You can't be the man and the woman. There's two different roles. Stop trying to be both roles. This is the point. You're trying to be a hoe and be a controlling hoe. Look at it. That's why and Kim Kardashian is I know she's an example of that. I'm not saying nothing bad, but that's what I see. She's the modern day woman. What's it called? The pedestal of what a modern day woman should be. That's what she's the pedestal of. Like Beyonce's, same thing. Modern day pedestal of what women should be. But they're not looking at all the details of what these women really are, and that's the problem. Anyway, I know I'm being a whatever, but y'all better listen. Act like I'm not saying no real stuff today, cause y'all tripping. Anyway, I know I'm coming off crazy to some of y'all, and y'all don't want to hear it, but whatever. But point is, what I'm trying to say is, be yourself. Don't fake who you are. And going back to that chick I was telling you about, because I did finish, because I know I'm bouncing everywhere. There's some area, because I was telling her, like, I told her I'm embarrassed to be with you because I'm not where I want to be in my life. Because as a man, being a man, you feel embarrassed for not being a man. You like when you don't if you're not making money as a man, you feel embarrassed. Men that aren't making money are embarrassed. It's you feel less than a man because you know a man's supposed to be making money. So I was telling her, like, I appreciate you spending time. I'm not making money like that. I said I'm embarrassed about the car I drive because I don't even have it like that. And at the time, I think at the time I was borrowing a car. And so as a man, you feel embarrassed about certain things. So when you approach a chick, obviously you're gonna want to lie to her, impress her. But when it's vice versa, women will lie about how they are as a woman. They will lie with their actions based off let's say when it comes to being loyal or honest or what those things they lie about. They might even lie about their beliefs. They anybody can lie about that, but I'm talking about modern day women. These are a few things that they will lie about, and you're like, okay, you as a man, you will see it, you will try to ignore it, but you can't ignore those red flags. With the chick that I was talking to, I was telling her, like, hey, I don't got money like that, but hey, I appreciate you giving me your time, and Navi, thank you, telling the truth, especially these days, is a big thing. Yes, exactly, it's a huge thing. And thanks for loving the live stream. I appreciate that. But here's the thing: when I was talking to her, she was asking me a question, and I was trying to figure out why she kept asking me this question, because she would talk about God with me. Because every woman that talks to me, they know I always talk about the Lord. I love talking about God because what He's done for me, what He's brought me through, and so she would talk to me about God, right? So I was like, okay. So we had this conversation. She kept asking me if she only asked me actually once, but it really, why would she ask me this? I don't know, but she asked me two questions. She said the first question was, I don't know if it was the first or second, but I know I'll put in this order because I know she asked these two questions. She said the first question I remember strongly. She said, "What is a deal breaker for you when it comes to dating a chick?" Now, I said the biggest deal breaker for me when it comes to with a chick is if she does not believe in Jesus. If she does not believe in Jesus, I'm not going to date her. I'm not going to waste my time dating her. That's just me. I can't speak for any other man. I'm speaking for myself. She asked me this. Not speaking for nobody else, but she's talking to, she's asking me. So she nods her head, okay. You said why she asked this question? Yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that because I was curious why she asked me this question. So when she asked me that question, I kept that in my mind. I said, okay. And she said the other questions. She said, what was it? How she phrased it? I'm not trying to forget what she said. when I had answered that question, the next question was about Jesus. So what my thoughts were about Jesus. So I said, okay, yeah, I think this about Jesus. You know, that he's my Lord and Savior, and you can't do nothing without him. Let's talk about that. So she's talking to me about Jesus and all this, right? And then all of a sudden, we went on a date, and it was a great date. We went on a ramen date. So you said, so it must be a topic for her, maybe? Yeah, so it was a topic for her. So what ended up happening, the reason why she asked me this question, I didn't know this until probably maybe a few months later, because we didn't date like hardcore. We were just like, getting to know each other as friends and, trying to see where this is going. Because she was asking me what type of girls you into and all that. So blah, blah. I'll get into the point. The reason why she asked me that question, because I didn't know until later. And this is why I always tell girls, be you. And, from that point on, I'll make my decisions if I want to deal with you or not. But what was fake about her was she wasn't genuine with who she was, because later on we had a ramen date. We went on a ramen date. After the ramen date, we went for walking around. And then we went into like this furniture store. They had chairs, beds, couches, anything that has to do with living room space, appliances, blah, blah, blah. So we went to this store just to walk around in it, just to kill time and just to talk some more. So I don't know how we got to this topic. So it gets to the point where we're talking about Jesus, right? When we started talking about Jesus, I saw her face get mad. Like she got mad, right? Really mad. And I'm like, seeing like her face like she's like starting to manifest or whatever. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on with her? Like, I see this going on. And once I start seeing her manifest and all that, I'm like, okay, something's up. She got so mad, and she's got her tone of voice changed and the volume of her voice changed. She got mad that I brought up Jesus. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. This was the first time I really seen okay, not the first time. The second time I seen somebody manifest in my face. She was mad that I was bringing up Jesus. And she said, you don't need Jesus to do anything in your life. I'm like, oh, man. And I said, so this whole time you was faking with me, trying to get to me, be this way, when really you thought the opposite. This is why I said, just be you. If you're an atheist, just be an atheist, because I understand that you're not trying to impress me and lie to me about who you are. But if you're being fake and you can't be upfront about who you are in the beginning, I respect you more if you're upfront in the beginning versus down the line you're pretending to be something that you're not. That's different. So when I figured out like she really didn't love the Lord like she or was really trying to know God like how she was saying she did, that tuned me off completely. You said, oh, so she didn't say earlier. Yeah, exactly. That's why she didn't say earlier. So that's why when she said that, it threw me off, and I'm like, wow, you are not who you said you were. But okay, yeah, at least I know you're not for me, so I don't need to be talking with you. So deuces, because that's why I said just be you. Don't build a fake persona of who you are. Yes, at the end of the day, I have the decision if I want to talk to you or not. But you still need to be yourself in the beginning. This is for men and women. Excuse me. All right? So that's why I said this. Be you, ladies. Be you. Don't fake who you are. Stop trying to be all these other women on social media. Stop copying the trends of showing your titties on social media, having your legs wide open. And that goes to the next point, because there's a good transition. Point number 6, close your legs. Close your legs, ladies. Point number 6 tonight is close your legs. If you want men to respect you, close your legs. Stop being a thought and sleeping with so many dudes. It's not respectable. It's not. Yes, okay. Here's your argument, because I know women like to say this. Well, men get to sleep with, so many women. Okay, double standard. Men and women's bodies are not built the same, first of all. I'm not saying it's right for a man to do that. It's wrong, period. But what I'm saying is, it's not sexy for a woman to be sleeping with multiple men. It's not. Even biblically, it's not appropriate. All right? So this is why I want to say this right now. Women, close your legs. Be respectful for yourself. A woman that sleeps with multiple men is more shameful. That's society. This is biblical. It's not. This is what a harlot is, biblically. A woman is going to take more backlash on being. I know I'm coming out so dirty right now. It's going to be more backlash on a woman sleeping with multiple partners because it's not the same. So close your legs. Have a little bit more discernment in who you sleep with. You said I'm so done. Whatever. Close the legs. Stop letting every dude poke you from every angle, flip you upside down, hit you from that angle, flip you another way, hit you from this angle, and then it's not the same. It's not. And yes, it's a double standard, but that's reality. There's just the Bible has double standards. We are not created equal, ladies. We're not. You could get pregnant. I can't. You're not saying... You said, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You silly. Don't be silly. Clip that. What I'm saying is we're not the same. I'm not... Lord forgive me. I know I'm coming off like weird or whatnot. I guess I'm coming off weird to y'all, but men and women, our bodies are not the same. Y'all procreate. We create. We insert ourselves into a woman. Boom, bust. And then once that happens, the swimmers go. Boom, she's pregnant. That's the problem. Like in dudes. I'm gonna say this to the dudes because I have to get on the dudes too. Stop banging everything you see. Not everything you see is good. Everything you see is not good to screw. I'm just being real. Stop settling for vagina that's not up to standard. And women, stop settling for penis that's not good for you. Like, what is wrong with both sexes? I don't understand what is wrong with both sides. Like, we just want to chop and screw everything that's in sight nowadays. But ladies, stop opening up your legs for dudes you know that's no good. I'm like, let me say this, lady. Because I'm getting really irritated right now. Because I've seen ladies that do not have a ring on their finger, and they're on their third child. This dude does not care about you. What, like, how you not see this dude does not give a damn about you? If a dude really gives a damn about you, he will take the time to find a way to put a ring and marry you. I don't think women I don't know if they all don't understand that. I don't know if dudes, I don't know the mentality of nobody nowadays. I just point out what I see. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you are with a dude that you've been with for 2-3 years, he ain't put no ring on your finger, but you have 2 of his kids, and he ain't put no ring on it. Stop opening up your legs, because he does not respect you. Period. I don't understand what it is, but he does not care about you. He is not. He just. Oh, and then you have the stupid dudes and stupid women. Oh, marriage is just a paper. Shut the hell up. Marriage is not just a paper. Marriage is commitment. And the reason why you're scared to get married because you're scared to be committed to one person. So let's not be, marriage is just a paper. Shut up. You're an idiot. You sound stupid. You sound really stupid. Marriage is more than just a paper. It's a real commitment that a lot of people are not about to go through because yes, marriage nowadays has bad connotations because of how society has perverted marriage. The devil has done a great job at perverting marriage. This is why you have stupid thinking on both sides, both parties. But here's the thing, ladies, if a dude likes you, loves you, let me not even say like, if a dude loves you, really loves you, he's gonna marry you. So stop being stupid. Stop opening your legs to a stupid dude. Because if he really cares about you and you're being stupid yourself, if he really likes you and loves you, he's gonna marry you. Trust me. And if he's a man of God, if he don't even have to be a man of God, if he really loves you, he's gonna marry you. And I don't think modern day women understand that marriage means commitment. He's not committing to you because he doesn't want to marry you. Cardi B, sorry, you're thotting out. If you ever hear this, Cardi B, you're one of them. I love you, I really do. You're a cool ass person, but come on. Who's some other chicks? There's some chicks that I see on my other profiles on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, how you get banged up by a dude that's not even married to you? And yes, I have my faults too because I was, and you know why I could say this? You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I could say this because I've been the bad guy. I have, and you know, and like I said, I'm gonna tell on myself because hey, I'm gonna be real. I'm really authentic. I tell people my intentions before I get with them. I got with the chick. I told her I don't want nothing to do with you. I just want to screw you. I told her that to her face. She still decided to be with me for whatever reason. I don't know whether that's more like lack of self-esteem. I made her feel good. I don't know what it is. But point is, she still wanted to be with me after I told her this. You know, the thing that sucked, here's what happened. She ended up getting pregnant. And I'm not going to lie. I'm telling on myself. Yes. So when she got pregnant, I said, well, look here. You knew I didn't want to be with you. Why'd you deal with me? This is the real deal stuff. I don't understand why I'm giving you the reality of the modern day women thinking. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just your choices, your product of your choices, if you're a product of your environment, or if it's what else? If it's just your friends talking in your ear saying, "Go for it, honey, go for it, girl. You do this." I don't know all the For everybody, it's different, but the foundation is going to be one of those avenues. You're going to be a product of one of those things. Your choices is based off experience. Some of your experience is based off the environment you're in. And some of the environment that you're in is the people that you're associated with, whether that's friends, family, or people that say they got your back. Or, I would just say friends and family. But everything that's in life molds you. And this is why you have to connect these things. People think, what's it called? Linear, I think that's the word. They think just forward and backwards. They don't look at the whole picture, the whole circle, the whole pie. That's why they don't get the whole thing. But you have to look at the whole thing and really see, okay, why did I make that decision? Or why did I do X, Y, and Z? That's why I always say be upfront with your intentions, and whatever decision they try to make after that, that's on them. But anyway, there goes accountability on both sides, and I'll get into that on another day. So let me read what you said. You said, I think in these days it's more because of people are more selfish, and especially the girls who are a lot on social media thinks they have to act like bitches to get what they want. Okay, well, hey, that's fair. I'm just reading the comment. And by the way, this is someone from Twitch, by the way. So anybody that's on YouTube watching, you're not going to see the comments that are from Twitch. So just a FYI. Then you said, but it's a fake world. The real world is outside and won't bring you forward. I agree. Exactly. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So you get what I'm saying. I'm glad that you're understanding what I'm saying tonight. Yeah, at least someone understands what I'm saying tonight. This, like, I don't cuss often, and sorry if I cussed. I don't like to cuss. I'm just reading the comments, and I could have probably edited that out. But point is, I'm just trying to be authentic with you guys and open y'all's mind to where y'all are understanding. There's a difference in men and a women's approach, how modern day women are, and then X, Y, Z. Well, everything I explained tonight. If you missed the those that are just hopping on the live stream, if you missed the live stream, catch the replay too, because you're not gonna understand everything I'm saying. Because everything I'm saying tonight is based on a foundation that I built tonight. And if you understand the foundation that I built tonight, the three things that I said, you're either a product of choice, you're a product of your environment, or you're a product of your association of the people that you're around. And it could be a combination of all of them. It could be a combination of two. It could be a combination of just one. It could be a combination of all three. Whatever the case may be, it's got to be a combination of one of those things. But point is that what I'm saying is, going back to what I said, point number 6, ladies, stop opening your legs to just anybody. Just stop. It's not going to help you, because you're going to be more bitter and more angry by your choices and picking the wrong dudes who you know that aren't good for you. Told you their intentions, or whatever the case, they're going to say whatever. Next stream, let me read what you said. You said, next stream, why the guys these days are more skinny jeans wearing. I can't say that in a title. I can't. I'll work with that title. I like that. I like where you're going with that title. I'll work with that, and I'll say it in a way where it won't get taken down, because YouTube and Twitch are pretty what's it called? Stern when it comes to your titles. You can't say certain things. But yeah, what you're saying is not a lie, though. I agree with what you're saying, though. Oh man, yeah, I agree with that. Like, my next title is gonna be pretty mean towards the men. Oh yeah, I agree with what you. Oh okay, yeah, I know you're joking, but it's just funny the way you titled it. That's funny. But yeah, I'll work with something like that. We'll, if you have a title, shoot it my way, and we'll both come up with the title. I like that though. I'll go in that direction. I'll say that. I do like that. But anyway, I'm done with point number 6. The final point that I want to make, which is based off one of the three foundations of my message tonight. Point number 7: pick your friends better. Ladies, a lot of your influence is based off your stupid friends. When you go to stupid girls' night out, have stupid girls' slumber parties, I'm not saying they're all stupid. I'm just saying y'all say stupid stuff. I hear some of the conversations. But pick your stupid friends better. Pick your friends better. Like, ladies, really pick your friends better, because your friends will egg you on to leave a good guy, and you'll regret leaving that good guy because of your stupid friends. Because you didn't want to stick it out with that good guy, because he forced you to up your game, to have standards, to have morals, to think high-minded, have higher standards and of quality thinking. I'm not saying he's perfect, because no one's perfect, but I'm saying he upped your level in thinking, but you didn't want to do all, X, Y, Z. So you go like, oh my God, he's, and you hear your girlfriend, oh, he's controlling you. Oh, no, he's not controlling. He's manipulating. No, he's not doing that. He's trying to elevate you to be the best you. That's what he's doing. He's trying to elevate you to be the best you. This goes for guys too. If you get a chick that's trying to elevate you and trying to get you push your morals in the right direction, stop. Don't listen to your homeboys, because 9 times out of 10 they're jealous. The female friends, the girls that you hang with. I seen a chick have. Oh my God, I'm being mean. I might be a little mad. I'm not gonna say the name, but I know who they are. But I'll say this: I seen one of chicks that I know for a while, right? And I seen her have friends. I know I know they suck, whatever. But all her friends are fat. Well, okay, not all of them, but a majority of her friends are fat. Don't have high standards, and she listens to her stupid friends' points of view, which are contrary to her beliefs. And when that's the case, it screws your relationship up. It destroys your relationship. Stop listening, I didn't say stop. Don't have to stop listening. You can listen to your friends, but pick your friends better, ladies. Your friends will lead you to the slaughterhouse in your relationships, especially if they're saying, post this to get Okay, so let's say if you're mad with your dude and you go talk to your girls about it, y'all having a girls' night out because you're mad with your chicks. You're mad with your dude. You go hang out with your chicks, and so what you'll do is you'll start saying to your ladies, "Oh, he we had an argument tonight, da 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 da." And what they'll say, piss him off. Post a picture of you dancing with another dude tonight, or do something stupid. Saying something stupid. Doesn't have to necessarily be that, but they'll tell you to do something stupid, and they'll tell you post it on social media, right? And you do it. Your guy goes to your profile. He sees your story of you saying you dancing with another dude, or you doing something provocative with your body on social media, or whatever the case may be. You are gonna piss that man off. He is not gonna want to hear a thing you have to say when y'all talk again. He's gonna get straight to the point and get in your face. Now, if he's a simp, then maybe he might fold, but whatever. But point is, if he genuinely really cares about you, he's gonna be upset on what you did that night. Doesn't necessarily have to be what I said, but if you do something that's stupid or that's gonna bring shame to you and him, he's definitely gonna be pissed. I had I'm gonna tell you this story. One of the chicks that I dated, I don't know what possessed her mind to do this, but what she did, because she has friends talking in her ear. She had like chicks talking in her ear, right? And I could tell. You could tell when another lady's been in your girl's ear. I don't know what it is. You could just tell something. But what ended up happening? Oh man. Excuse me. What ended up happening was we went out. We were gonna go out, right? We went out, and I saw how she was dressed. Like, I don't mind if you dress, cute for me, but there's a level that you have to. I know I need to hydrate. I don't even have my water with me right now, but I'm on my last point, so I won't be here for too long. But what I'm saying is, there's a point where you dress too provocative for me. Like, I don't mind if you dress cute, it's like sexy for me. But if you're dressing for too much attention, that becomes a problem. To where you have you're wearing like a see-through top and your bras being seen and all this, and I'm like looking at her like, you better go change. I don't know what the hell you're wearing. In my mind, this tells me you don't respect me as a man for whatever reason. Maybe you're mad and you're upset and you want to piss me off. So that's one, you don't respect me. Two, another thing is you're wanting attention from another dude, because how you dress will get attention as a female. So you definitely want attention from another dude. So you want to piss me off out of being disrespectful. And now, not only that, You want attention from some dudes wherever we go. So since I'm now taking this into account, I'm like, okay, so what the hell is this? I understand you want to look sexy, but when you overdo it and you want too much attention, your bra should not even be out. Like, you can literally see through this chick's outfit. So now I know that you're disrespectful. And here's the thing. Men will tell their girl, don't wear that, thinking he's being controlling. No, and then they'll call it's being insecure. No, it has nothing about being insecure. It has everything to do with respect and boundaries. You don't want to attract too much attention, and then you got these simp-ass dudes, oh, well, man, yo dude's just insecure. No, nigga, you ain't a real dude. You're contributing to women being thoughts out here. It has nothing to do with insecurity. It has everything to do with being respectful, and being modest, respecting yourself. So that's why I when I see that, no, you that ain't flying, honey. That ain't flying. You about to be put on blast. I'm about to expose you. So yeah, your friends could talk you into doing some stupid stuff, ladies. That's why when she was dressing more provocative when we were going out, I started taking note. Like, okay, maybe I was thinking, okay, maybe she's dressing sexy for me. Oh, no, she had a whole different agenda. Because what I found out later, she was cheating. I was like, okay, now I see why you was dressing provocatively now. Oh, that makes sense now. Because if a woman's not happy with you, she's going to start doing things outside of what she normally does. And she's usually going to cheat. So that's why when I start seeing certain key things, because I'm very observant as a person. I'm very observant. I take note of a lot of things. So when I start to see a trend in your behavior, trend in how you're dressing, and this is ladies nowadays, you start doing certain things that goes against what your man, and it's not about him trying to control you. So stop trying to make men being controlled. Yes, men, I know there are some dudes out there that like to be manipulative and like mold you, but out of respect for the relationship, don't listen to your friends on certain things, especially when it comes to how you dress, because you're wanting to get attention that should even be a thought. You want attention from dudes that aren't really going to like you like that, or just want to bang you and just be done and say, oh, I screwed another guy's chick. I'm better. That's really how it is. Like, guys will screw another dude's chick to feel macho. Don't. Now, only reason why I can say that because I've been on both sides, but I didn't do it because I wanted to feel macho. I did it because the dude was being abusive to his chick. So I was like, okay, well, if he's being abusive to you, well, you get him back like this. I'm just being real. I'm talking about I know I made some stupid decisions in my life, but these are real points that I could say and talk about. So this is why I could talk like this, because I've been on both sides. I know what it's like I might not come off empathetic or whatever, or caring or whatever, but I know and I understand both sides, and I try to paint this picture to where you need to understand it's a boundary that you don't need to be crossing in relationships. You need to understand that, hey, I'm in a relationship. It's just like if you're in a marriage, you're not going to have too many women friends around if you're a gentleman. And if you're a lady, if you're in a marriage, you're not going to spend too much time with your homeboys. Stop. It has nothing to do with someone manipulating you or trying to be controlling. It has everything to do with boundaries and respect. And that's the thing. Men and women do not respect each other no more. That's the problem. And nowadays, modern women do not respect good men. And modern men do not respect good women. And that's the problem. This is what the problem today is in society. And I can't wait to speak about men because I'm going to go in on that. Like, y'all think I'm going hard now. No, dudes, come on. Like I said, today's it might be a little rough, but this is like a watered down conversation from the conversation I'm about to have with the gentleman. But anyway, point is, Be respectful of who you get with or who you talk to. No need to be a jerk on both sides. But modern day ladies, don't pick your friends better. That's point number 7. Pick your friends better, because your friends will get you into stupid stuff real quick. And if they get you into stupid stuff, the only person you have to blame is yourself for being stupid, taking stupid advice. This is why God tells us to be around wise counsel, to be around people that are wise and smart, that could think, that aren't stupid. So when you surround yourself with stupid friends that say stupid stuff and they put the stupid thoughts in your head and you start acting stupid, yeah, you're gonna look stupid all day, like all directions. You're gonna look stupid, and then in reality, they wanted to secretly watch your relationship fail, and maybe they might even like the dude that you're with and try to get with him behind your back. Ever think about that? I'm just saying, it's I seen it done. But ladies, you got to know who your friends are, who really elevate you to do better. So that's why it's important to pick your friends. So point number 7, final point tonight, pick your friends better, ladies. That's all I'm going to say. That being said, I hit all my points tonight. If y'all enjoyed all my points that I made tonight, I will talk about the three foundations of what I was talking about today, and I'll reiterate on the scriptures behind them. But if you missed this live stream, you're just hopping in, watch the playback. When you watch the playback, see why I said certain things. Because if you're just jumping in, you're not going to understand a thing I said. But the foundation of what I said today, the 3 main things that this whole conversation is based off, you're either a product of choice, you're a product of your environment, or you're a product of the people you associate with. So that being said, you being a product of who you are associated with, all of it is important, but who you associate with and your choices really affect who you are. Your environment could affect you as well, but here's the things that I'm going to say again. Here's the scriptures that I have to back up what I was talking about. So your choices, all right? Proverbs 14:12. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So just because something seems right to you, and it does not make it right, just because it seems a certain way. So that's one. All right. So you're a product of your environment. Numbers 35:34. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. So God dwells among his children. Not everybody is his children. What this means, you're a product of your environment. So let's use Chicago or Dallas. The worst places of Dallas, Chicago, the worst places of California, the bad areas, the areas that are ran by violence. If you are in a violent environment, that molds your perspective and your experiences on life. So you could be molded by your environment. So you are a product of your environment. So this is why it says here in the Bible, defile not therefore the land which shall you inhabit. That's you're inhabiting, which ye shall inhabit. So whatever city that you're inhabiting, do not defile it. Do not make it worse than it already is. So if you're in a peaceful city, right? Doesn't matter what area you're in. If you're in a peaceful city and you are a drug dealer, you go to that area and you start bringing violence to that city because you live a certain lifestyle, the crime rate is going to go up in that city. Because I know the Carrollton, Texas, it used to never really have any violence in Carrollton. And now all of a sudden there's some violence going on in Carrollton. So the city's getting defiled. So yes, do not defile your environment. Your environment you're a product of your environment. So it's best to keep a better environment. Okay, and then here, You're a product of your friends or who you associate with. 1 Corinthians 15:33 through 34. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. Just because you have friends that mean you well does not mean they're good friends. All right? I think we know where I'm going with this, but if you don't, if you have friends that seem good, talk well, but they have addictions that they want you to follow, they try to push you down the wrong path, but you're trying to go the opposite direction. You're trying to go right. They're trying to go left. It's not gonna. It's in your. Okay, let's say this. Let's say you have 5 friends. Y'all like to hang out every weekend. All 5 of your friends like to go to the left, but you like to go right. You're eventually going to start going to the left because they're going to eventually peer pressure you into living like them. That's why it says it corrupts good manners. So this is why you have to know who your friends are. This is why the whole point of what I'm saying, one of these things is going to attribute, these 3 points that I made is going to attribute to the decisions and everything that you do in your life and why you become the person you become. At the end of the day, what matters the most is your choice, because you have the choice to respond accordingly to whatever situation, whether it be negative or whether that be positive. Yes, some of the choices that you do experience may be harder than the others, because yes, you do have tough choices in life. But at the end of the day, you're not going to go, God, I was a jerk because, I didn't forgive this person because I murdered this person because God's going to be like, what? You knew better. And if you didn't know better, you're going to know better because you're going to be burning for a long ass time. But the point is, you need to realize you can't make decisions and you have to have accountability for yourself. And you can't say, I'm going to change until this person changes. No, that's not how that works. You change because you want to change. You don't wait until someone changes for you to change. Be you, do right, do unto others as you would have done unto you, move accordingly, and stop trying to blame people. That's the problem. The devil's the one that plays the blame game. Yes, both sexes has fault, but when you start opening the door to blaming, it's their fault completely. No. Both sides have accountability that they need to take. Point blank, period. All right, y'all. I know I said a lot. I hope I made sense to y'all. Let's see. Navi, you said you're really talking straight from your heart next. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Thank you for clipping for the clips tonight, Navi. I will check through those clips. I truly appreciate that. You said your friends will always lead you even when you think they're not. Yeah, of course. You said you have to watch a bunch of clips later. Oh, thanks. So yeah, I will go through those clips that you clipped on Twitch. I would definitely look at those. I appreciate you, Navi. Everybody that's watching from YouTube, I definitely appreciate you. I just wanted to make sure I touched on some things tonight because I could have, went longer. This is a 3-hour live stream already. I'm already tired. I need to drink water because my voice is getting scratchy right now. And I haven't ate today, so I'm about to eat. So, yeah. Much love to you, Navi-chan. I appreciate you. Much love from Dallas to Russia. Ooh, excuse me. But point I'm saying is, ooh, goodness. Oh, man. Did I say Russia? Oh, man, I'm tripping. But point of what I'm saying is we need to, as people, need to take accountability. Yeah, I know. That's what Navi. I caught myself. That's why I said, did I just really say Russia? I didn't mean to say Russia. I didn't mean to say. When I caught myself, I thought about. I said, oh dang, I said Russia. Ugh. Imagine. I know. Slap me. Oh my God. Like Lord, Navi slapped me. I'll spank my own self. But anyway, sorry I said that. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. But yeah, I know this. You said I will kick your ass right now. Oh my God. Germany. My bad. Dang. Calm down. Calm down. But yes. I know I meant to say Germany, but Russia came in my mind because I've been to Russia. That's why I said Russia. So sorry about that. Eric, thank you as well, brother, for watching and tuning in. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But yes, Navi-chan, I know I messed up. I know I messed up. You said I'm not from Naja from Russia. Okay, got you. My bad. Oh, man, I know. When I said that, I caught myself. I'm like, oh, I said that. She's going to be so mad with me. But point is, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. But much love to you. I appreciate you being on the stream, Eric. Anybody else that's watching, I love you. Appreciate you for being on the stream as well. Those that are new to this channel, if you like what you heard tonight, feel free to subscribe. If you're watching from Twitch, feel free to follow. I'm going to try to be live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Maybe even Tuesday, Thursday. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you will see me live. If you have a topic that you want me to cover or me to talk about, feel free to join the Discord or follow me on social media and tell me and let me know, and I will cover it. But this topic I covered because the Lord wanted me to cover this topic, and it's been something that's been on my mind anyway as well. So that being said, I really love you guys. Y'all, I had fun doing this. I got to talk with you guys, got to chat it up. But at the same time, I just had to be open and real and authentic with you guys on these topics. And excuse me, I really need water right now. I'm like fading. But yes, I will be live Monday. I will be live. If anything happens sooner, I may be live maybe Sunday or whatever. But I will see y'all on Monday for sure. All right? Excuse me. I definitely need water now. It's time. So that being said, I love you guys. Appreciate y'all joining the stream. I will see y'all in the next stream. God bless. Peace.